disgusting, humiliating, embarrassing, diabolical, pathetic, khara are only some of the words I would use to describe the Bulldogs' performance against the Broncos this weekend. The Bulldogs lost to a Broncos team missing so many of their first-grade stars that it's embarrassing to say I'm a Bulldog supporter sometimes, because that performance was unacceptable. I love the Dogs. We stand by the Dogs, but we're going to break down exactly how bad the Bulldogs were. Those adjectives are also some of the words I would use to describe the quality of rugby league overall this week. We've had multiple blowouts. We've had some really poor defense across almost all games. And the quality seems to have dropped quite significantly from week to week. But we are going to get into all of that. And so that I'm not monologuing and talking on my own for too long, I do have my trusty co-hosts with me, Owen and Zaatar. Welcome, boys.
New last name, 8.
It's official. It's lodged with the government.
Is it technically Owen 12 now?
No, it'll be Owen by next week.
Oh, boy. How you doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, good, man. Pretty good. Another interesting week of footy. A few things I think the NRL really needs to clamp down on and fix. But yeah, other than that, interesting week of footy. Very, very interesting week.
Zaatar, how you doing, champion?
I was just thinking, champion. I got put on the champion, guys.
Hurry up, buddy.
I'm out, bro.
Come on, buddy.
I'm going to go join a different podcast. I'm doing really well. A very exciting week of footy. I love seeing the Bulldogs get tailed up.
How can you like seeing the Bulldogs get tailed up?
Oh, because I'm almost a Penrith supporter.
Come on, bro.
Almost a Penrith supporter.
Come
and
on.
also, Dibbo, I don't think the NRL is going to give you 2 points next week.
Oh, that's all right. We can be 0-9.
So yeah, look, it was an interesting week of footy. But before we get into the breakdown of the games, we are going to do our segments, and we've got some doozies this week. So the first segment is Barry of the Week. Start with you. Or do you want me to start with Zaatar?
Yeah, start with Zaatar.
Start with me. There was a few this week, so like there's
Take your pick.
a wide selection
There's
for you
one
to
that
choose from.
stands out, but I think I saw one earlier than that one. But anyway,
No, my one goes to the Warriors Dolphins game where Thomas Flegler's big head got him in the sin bin. We saw this last year where like any sort of high contact was immediately in the bin. I think, or may have been the year before actually, because last year was the play the ball rule that they're clamping down on. The only person that didn't go to the bin was Stephen Crichton in 2024. Warriors fans still remember that one, but that Thomas Flegler one, like there's nothing he did wrong. There was literally nothing, like apart from not having control of his head in the tackle. I thought penalty sufficient, maybe even that's pushing it, but
there's no common sense.
sin bin was crazy.
But I mean, what's it like? The team gets so heavily affected by that 10-minute sin bin.
It's ridiculous.
For a mistake. Like, surely there should be a way to remedy that or
5 minutes.
undo that call. Like, see, my thing is bring back the yellow card, right? And do the 5-minute sin bin. I think if we're going to be handing out sin bins that often, you know, a 10-minute penalty
Too much.
is way too harsh. Not just like, and the thing
Especially with the speed of the game as well.
100%.
Come touch footy.
And the problem is like when you do a head high and you go for 10 minutes, I'm all right with that. But when you do like some of the other sin bins, like the talking back or the repeated defenses, 5 minutes is sufficient. Like 10 minutes is such a bad penalty.
It's really punishing enough. 5 minutes, like out of odds are you're going to be out of possession. The team is most probably going to score or take 2 points and come back and attack. And you're talking 5 minutes, probably three sets. Yeah, 3 really quick sets. Most teams aren't defending 15 tackles on their line. Unless they're the Brisbane Broncos at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're 5 minutes, you're still getting, like, the team with the extra player still has an advantage. And there's still a strong chance to score. Yeah. But the team that misses out or is losing the player isn't so negatively affected that if you can succeed one try and maybe get back from it. But what we're seeing from now in the 10 minutes is teams are succeeding, conceding 2, 3, 4 tries in a very short space of time. And there's no way you can come back from that. And then they just blow it, you know, and even, Anyway, that's a good barrier of the week. That's a great one.
Thank you. I tried.
Dibbo?
Some of the officiating, like, how do you, for example, miss a blatant knock on? Like the bunker, what's the bunker doing?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like, some refs just getting it totally long. Like, not just one, anyway, it's just bad. Do they even know what a knock-on or a forward pass is anymore? It's just getting worse and worse.
It's optional.
It's just bad, and it's the same teams benefiting off their calls, which just brings further to a conspiracy. But anyways, it's never the. It's rarely ever the same sides getting. It's rarely those sides ever getting dudded. It's always they seem to be on the receiving end of the calls, and it's just not one or two. It's like a pylon of calls for them. It's just ridiculous.
My Barry of the week. There's so many I can choose from right now, but like, I don't know which one I should stick to. If I say there's one from the Broncos game, if I say that,
the bounce. Oh.
No, it wasn't the bounce. It was the Willison try.
And then there was even Nick Meaney for the Storm. Like, oh man.
Oh, there.
And then St George had Finney.
Yeah.
So it was funny. I was making this comparison. Like Montoya, Finney, Meaney, same.
Yeah. I
Same.
mean,
They just cost you 2-3 tries in 5 minutes. Game over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
honestly, it's a coach killer. Like it's not a one-off. It's a repeated offense.
well, I mean,
Like get dropped already.
Nah.
You're losing us games.
I was just gonna say like the knock on by the Roosters and they scored immediately after. Like, how do you miss that? Seriously, how the
Brent
hell?
Atkins was right there as well. That's
Marnie, Marnie knocked one on earlier with the Cowboys against the Sharks, and then the Cowboys went on to score from that. I'm just like, like how do you honestly expect this game to become a $4 or $5 billion game, compete with real games when the most basic shit we can't get right?
I think 4 of them he awarded, and he was on the spot, and then 3 of them they overturned, and obviously the other one they missed. So
Yeah.
like he would have been 0-4, and he was on the spot for every single one of them. Every time he awarded it to the Roosters. So are you telling me if there wasn't a video ref, like it just points to like some refs biased towards certain teams?
Look, could
Like,
be
to get it completely, repeatedly wrong for one side and then sending that player to the sin bin. For what? He was in his right to knock his hand. The guy ran out from dummy half.
yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Another barrier. Media's got no balls in this country. They are shit. They're clueless. It's they got no balls to question. It's like they also go for certain sides and don't want to
Yeah, but then that's because every time media does say something or fans say something.
No, the fans, I understand. It's the media. The media are a bunch of... Whoever they got in journalism these days, piss poor, weak. Very weak.
Most journalists are affiliated with clubs, right?
Yeah,
Most of them.
Very weak, piss poor journos and shit takes.
But the nature of the journo is that if they...
A lot of them have shit takes.
Yeah, but if they go out too hard against a particular team or a particular coach or a particular player, those coaches, players, managers, whatever, won't give them the inside scoops that make them the journalists that they're supposed to be, or that build their credibility. So it's like... I'm not defending journalists. I'm just saying like the nature of the way it works is a bit like it's not advantageous for honest journalism. Do you get me? Like
But none of it's ever honest. It's just shit takes. Honestly, it's all subjective.
It depends
Honestly,
on what you're
it's all
talking
biased
about. I
and
think
subjective. It's just shit takes.
Most of it is good until it becomes
Right.
about being critical about
Yeah.
certain
Can I-
calls or
can-
whatever. Anything that does wouldn't allow you to fence it as an honest journalist, that's where the takes become crazy. But when it comes like reporting plays, leaving and all that, I think that's top notch.
Oh, look,
But it's when it comes
There's only one guy I thought, and he was, as much as people don't like him, and I wasn't a fan of him, and I actually brought about his undoing. There's one guy that never sat on the fence.
Paul Kent.
Paul Kent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Paul Kent. I actually still watch
honestly,
his stuff.
as much as, and as he's gotten older, I feel like he's gotten better.
Yeah.
But go back 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, he's just, yeah.
you know who else I think.
He never sat on the fence.
You know what I like recently? I used to really dislike this bloke, but he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Danny Weidler.
Yeah.
I've always liked Danny, and Danny's never been Danny. Only if it comes to the Roosters, he's a Roosters fan. But other than that, even then, he throws him on the. If he has to, he takes it.
I just think he has.
He's always.
Unlike all the other journalists, I feel like Danny Weidler is one of the only guys that will come out and like say comments that other
I
journalists.
thought Chamis was like that.
Yeah, Michael's
last
good.
year,
Michael
particularly.
Shamus is good. You wouldn't, he's not a slime ball either.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Shamus. Shamus was like, I'm going to try my best. I'm a smart journalist. Like, I'm going to do my
I
job.
still remember him going head to head with Feel Good. Mad respect.
A lot of these.
My
respect
problem
for
with Michael Shamus is that he worked for Channel 9. So,
So does Danny Weidler.
no. They do. But no one's perfect. But
Yeah.
I feel like Michael Shamus was too much of the Channel 9 man, where it, like,
Oh, I didn't mind that.
because you know why? There was never any honest reporting about the broadcasting deals that were done, like when they signed the broadcasting deal during COVID, when all the stuff that happened and that's happening now, they're not really reporting on how bad Channel 9 actually is for the game. Like, I hate Channel 9. Like, I think Channel 9, their reporters, their commentators, the way they run the game, what they ask from everyone.
Yeah, there's a clear difference. It's like an A-League in Fox.
Can I
at the
put my
moment.
2 cents in? There's 2 guys on that broadcast I watch because I don't think they're biased or subjective in normal week-to-week club footy.
Yeah.
Cam Smith and Billy Slater.
100%.
Yeah.
The other
They're
guys,
fantastic.
just fanboy their sides, and I don't mind Matt Thompson either. I don't know if you're a fan of him.
I don't know. I don't mind. I just don't like his voice isn't.
I'm not a fan. I mean, Peter Saltis, I know he tries, but I'm not a fan of his voice and all that.
Yeah, I'm the same with Thompson. But the thing is, I actually think Saltis and Thompson, as commentators for opinions and stuff, they're very, very objective. Like, really, as much as they can, straight down the line. Like, that's what I like about them, but I hate listening to them.
I don't mind Matt Thompson, I'll be honest.
No, I don't like Matt Thompson.
I wish I brought Vossi back. I can't believe let Vossi go.
Yeah, anyway.
Vossi's the best caller.
But you know,
in the
like
game.
they'll never comment about like how poor Channel 9 has been for rugby league and things like that. But look, my barrier of the week, actually, I haven't even mentioned my barrier of the week. There were heaps. The call by the non-call by Grant Atkins, and then
it was a series of non-calls.
And the thing
calls
is,
that were wrong.
the video ref, the VR was there. He saw it. I'm not sure if it could have gone back because the play was complete, but like, it's unacceptable that we've got 2 touches and a full-time ref, and they missed such a blatant knock-on that led to a try. So that for me is like that's unacceptable. Like, I know we say that word a lot, but seriously, how can first-grade referees miss that? And it happened multiple times over the weekend.
And obviously, touches their eyes are painted on.
Bro.
It's funny, he could see a St. George forward pass, but he couldn't see a Roosters one. And he'd be 10 metres away from the St. George one. And the Roosters one, he wouldn't see it. Like, bro, you just called the similar one just for St. George forward. And the Roosters one, you let it go. Like, where's the consistency?
Anyway.
There is bias there.
Next segment, defensive play or player of the week.
I've gone. I think I messaged you guys in a losing team. The second that happened, KO Weeks, that one-on-one tackle.
Oh, that was, said it. That was tackle of the year.
Yeah.
It's hard to top that. KO Weeks. Good
Put his
shout.
body in the line. He came off second best. Like, he had to
Wally Lewis
limp back into the line, but that was a fantastic
KO
tackle.
Weeks.
Yeah, that's a good call. My one is very similar. It was Josh Papali'i this week, or today actually, on
Garrick.
was it on Garrick or on
Was it the Garrick?
no
Okawatu.
Okawatu.
Oh, sorry.
We made the break and he was going to score, and it was
Big-
in for all money. And
big bad
Josh
Okawatu.
Papali'i, literally tiny, he's smaller than KO Weeks, somehow manages to get him down. And then they blew the try, the Sea Eagles. Like, they should have
But
got
then he missed the tackle on Fogarty. Like,
Yeah, he did. Look, it's true. But that one particular play, like for Josh Papali'i to
it's great for him. It's great for his development as
amazing.
well.
I think that was a
confidence.
great defensive play. Attacking play, I know there was heaps of good attacking plays
I
throughout the
thought a
week.
lot of them were soft, if you're asking me. Like,
A
I
lot
thought this
were
round of footy
100%.
was like very soft defense. But mine's going to a losing side in Sua from Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, that was a beautiful.
It was
try.
just like I know it was a nothing try, so don't come at me in the comments. I don't think anything was flashy this week, but just kicking to himself and backing himself. Unfortunately, that was the only points that the Storm scored, and we'll get to it and smash the Storm later on. But I thought that was really good.
How good is it to see them lose 6 in a row?
They wish they could expand their salary cap again. Maybe a couple books.
Oh, bro, that was amazing. Honestly.
25 million.
Maybe hide one on the
Far out.
Craig Bellamy's
They'll
desk.
start challenging the Premier League.
Keep one at the CEO's house.
Mate.
I thought they tried that and failed. Dibbo was your attacking player.
Far out. Bit tough, man. Like, was anything worthy?
Sam Walker.
No. Touch footy, it's easy to do that sort of stuff. They honestly had it was made for him to play touch footy. Every time the player was on for half a second or a second, he'd call him up. Like, bro, let him hold him down for 2-3 seconds. You know, and he wasn't consistent with that either. It's like he ref one side and let the other side lay down on him. South Sydney, Tallis Duncan maybe.
Yeah, Dallas Duncan is great.
He was a good player this week. I
Yeah.
might have him in the Origin side. Reason is because I saw him ruffle up Cam Munster and get the better of him. You want players like that. They win the personal battles. Did you see him just roughing up Munster and then stopped going and kept putting it on him? Man, I thought,
Tromit's like
Tallis
reaching his final
Duncan.
form. Back to Roosters
I was
form
like,
as well.
yeah, I was like, Tallis Duncan, that's the name. I might have him in my team anyways for start of Origin. Because he wins your personal battles.
My attacking play of the week, and I know it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers, but it was actually the Ezra Mam try.
Oh, it was a good try.
The one where he, didn't he step out and then he
That was a
sort
good
of,
try.
Yeah, contorts himself and puts that try.
It was a good try.
Step out.
Obviously, it was on Montoya's wing, so we're not
Yeah.
surprised there. But yeah, I thought that try was such a good try.
It was a really good try.
But-
It was. And
But
it burns.
even before, yeah, it does. But even earlier in the game, like, I got to admit, I was not a fan of Ezra Mam, and I still aren't. I still am not. Like, I think, he's got a lot to answer for, but some of the passes that he threw to that, go right to left, honestly, like...
I like that he tries. I like it when the half, like, they generally, or they have been for a while, high risk team.
High risk, high reward,
And
yeah.
I love seeing it from Ezra Mam. We're probably both on the same page. He's got a lot to answer for. Not his biggest fan, but it was a good performance.
But
from him.
his defense, and like, it was very clear that. Actually, we'll get into it when we discuss
Yeah.
the game. I want to do quickly our tip reviews of the week.
Oh, horrible week.
I can't pull it
Horrible.
up. Sorry, I'm not sure why it's not letting me. Oh, here we go.
Jeez, that was horrible. What did I get? 3 out of 8 again?
1 sec.
Having a horrible run.
Yeah, I'm having a shock.
2 or 3 weeks in a row. Horrible stretch.
Give me a second. Sorry, guys, we're just loading it up. I'm not going to be able to load it up here.
That's all good. I know who I tipped.
Yeah, so actually, I know who I tipped as well. All right, so Wests and Raiders.
No, I went Raiders.
I went Tigers.
Yeah, I went Raiders.
Went Raiders again.
Cowboys and Sharks.
Oh, don't remind me.
Sharks.
Sharks.
I went Sharks.
Horrible. No, I'm not tipping Sharks again.
Broncos and Bulldogs.
Went Dogs. Oh, fuck, what a mistake that was. Bloody Dogs.
The Dragons and Roosters.
Went Roosters.
I went Dragons.
Jeez, I told you don't tip them.
Warriors and Dolphins.
Warriors.
I went Warriors.
Yeah.
Storm and
Souths.
Rabbits. I went Storm.
Oh, no, I went Storm.
Yeah, I went Storm as
I went
well.
Storm,
So
yeah,
we're all
so-
on 2.
And then we got the last. Oh, so we end up on 4.
And Knights and Panthers. I went Panthers.
Panthers.
Panthers as well.
Yeah, and I went Seagulls.
Seagulls.
Yeah, so 4.
Oh, 4.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
it's
too
a
bad.
pass mark.
5 or 6.
Eh.
P's get degrees.
Yeah.
That's what I told myself in uni.
Look, it's honestly, we said it a few weeks ago that this season is impossible to tip. And honestly, I don't think it's going to get any easier. Just the way the game's being played. All right. Now we're going to get into our reviews, and being a Bulldogs leaning podcast, we are going to start with the Broncos
the mighty
and the Bulldogs. So I want to just quickly rattle off some team stats. Yeah.
Yeah, go for
We
it.
had 51% possession. We had the ball for longer than the Broncos did. We made more run meters, more post-contact meters, a longer average set distance, more kick return meters. We had a faster play of the ball. We had more passes, more dummies, and we forced 2 dropouts. But we only completed at 72%, whereas they completed at 93%. All those stats would suggest that the Bulldogs weren't too bad.
You got certain players.
That the Bulldogs probably should have won. But we actually... The Bulldogs didn't lose. The Bulldogs gave up. They were humiliated beyond comparison. I know we've lost to the Broncos. I know we've had poor seasons in 2023. This game was the toughest loss I've experienced at the Bulldogs as a Bulldogs fan running this podcast in about 5 years. Why? Because we've been through the rebuild. Right, in 2023, we get it. We were rubbish. That's okay. You put up with it because you're rubbish. In 2022, we won, 5 games or something, 7 games. We were rubbish. 2021, we won 3 games. We were rubbish. That's all right. We know who we are. At least we know we're not pretending to be a top 4 team. Whereas this team, is Seraldo's team. This team is Adam O'Brien's team. This team is Jason Taylor's team. This team is Gus Gould's team. And we were utterly and completely humiliated by a Broncos team missing 10 first graders. Now, when we say 10 first graders, I'm not saying 10 fringe first graders. I'm not saying 10 side, part-time first graders. I'm saying some of the best players in our competition were missing. Just off the top of my head, we're missing Reece Walsh, right? Form fullback of the competition. They were missing Payne Haas, one of the best front rows to ever play the game. Patrick Carrigan, Queensland lock, right? Has played Queensland every time he's available. Corey Jensen, who's been a great, great forward for them. Who else are they missing? They're missing Arthurs, who's their backup fullback. They had Hayes Perham there. Who else are they missing? The amount of players that they were missing, so many players were missing. Players were playing injured, and we never looked like winning. We never looked like we were troubling them. Tony Staggs was playing on one leg and he was better than almost everyone in our backline except Jonathan Su'a. Which is another topic of discussion that we need to get to, but we'll get to that when we do. Right? But this is not good enough. This is not... Like I said this in my rant, which wasn't a rant, that I put up earlier in the week right after the game. And I'm sorry, but we're not Tigers fans or Eels fans or Titans fans or whoever to accept mediocrity anymore. We've been there for 10 years. We have not seen any type of success, any type of achievement as a fan base for 10, 11, 12 years. We haven't won a grand final in 23 years?
Yeah. 22.
22? Whatever. Might as well be 30. This is so bad. Like, the problem is, if we were missing players or we were competitive or we didn't know where the problems were, we could put our hands up and say, all right, there's some work to do. This is not our year. But the problem is last year we were top, we came third. This year, if we're lucky, we'll make the 8. If we're lucky. Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, it's only, around whatever, I'm exaggerating, but you've got to look at it really honestly. Like the problem is, why it's so bad is because it's not a skill thing. It's not a capability thing. Clearly, we can perform. We've shown that against the Panthers. We can perform. Even if the Panthers didn't play that well, we still blew them off the park. But this game, it just seemed like we didn't want to play. Right? And there were real problems that we've been highlighting for weeks that are starting to make themselves very evident. That we can't continue burying our heads in the sand about as a fan base. Right? Now, I know there's some old dinosaurs in the media that will come out and say, fans shouldn't do this and fans shouldn't do that. Bro, stay in your lane. Fans can do whatever the hell they want. As long as they're not making death threats and doing things that are abusive, stay in your lane. Fans can do whatever they want.
Stay in your lane. Do your job.
Stop trying to police people and being on some moral high ground. Yeah? This is bull crap, right? I don't want to hear it. Fans can say what they want to say. But in terms of the team, sorry, I'm monologuing just a little bit here, boys.
No, very good. I'm actually glad you put that point out.
But we were pathetic, and the worst part about all of that was that Cameron Seraldo did not come out and say we were poor. He did not come out and say we weren't good enough. He did not come out and say I've made some mistakes in selections. He did not come out and say, oh, maybe our game plan's a little bit off. We weren't prepared for this. We weren't prepared. Didn't say any of that. At one point, he made the comment about the calls. Dude, do you not see the situation in front of you? They had Hayes Perham as their fullback, cuz they had Jack Gazewski as their prop. Do you know who Jack Gazewski is, Buzz? I don't. They had Jack Gazewski as their prop. Cuz Preston Ricky and Vaasemu have never played for the Broncos.
Debut.
They'd never played before. Vaasemu's never played NRL before. He came out and he made our props look like little babies. Who's Jaden Hunt, cuz? He came on as a replacement prop. How dare you talk about, oh, wallah, we didn't get the calls. Cuz your team was garbage. There's a problem there that you're not addressing. It's not like, bro, like, and here's the thing, people come out and say, oh, it's Galvin, it's Burden. It's not them. It's not them. We know they can perform. They're not being given the tools to perform. Why does Matt Burden only kick twice in 2 games? Because the guy's got one of the best kicks we've ever seen in rugby league. Like, Burden, if you see this, go to the NFL, cars. Go. So what are you doing at the Doggies for? Go to the NFL. Go make your $5 million a year. What the hell are you doing here? You literally have the most potent, unless he's got an injury. Does he have an injury? I don't know.
We don't know. No one said anything.
But he's got one of the most potent kicking games.
I thought he'd be a dominant kicker.
He kicked twice in 2 games.
Why is Galvin your dominant kicker? He's not meant to be a dominant kicker. Yeah, kick, but Burden's meant to be a dominant kicker.
I don't know. You tell me.
Unless he's carrying an injury, I don't see any other reason. It's poor team tactics if he's not carrying an injury.
But, you know, before I even talk about how shit the Doggies were anymore, well done to the Broncos. All I can say is, well done to the Broncos.
We knocked them before the season started.
They have gained my respect so much. They deserve this win, and you know what? We deserve to be put on by Brisbane fans. Sorry, that's the truth. Because when your team is missing that many players and comes out and beats the Bulldogs, who's supposed to be entering their premiership window, do you know what, cuz? You deserve to put it on us. You deserve to put it on us. Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds literally quite literally ran rings around us. It looked like it was men playing against boys. That's what it looked like.
Adam Reynolds had that ball on the string. From his first kick to his last kick, every kick was perfect. Who else stood out? Xavier Willison stood up. Javeski. Sorry if I'm pronouncing his name incorrectly. I need to remember that name.
Just call him Mahash. Just call him Mahash.
He put it on the Dogs. Who else? Katoni Staggs on one leg dominated his edge. Like, you could not get through that edge. He held his own. I think he's like a smoky for Origin. If he wasn't before, he's definitely now. And I'm not sure if his one leg form is better than 2-leg form, because he's absolutely killed the last few weeks. Karapani. Who else was in that team?
Freaks, bro. Freaks.
That's the other name. Dean Mariner. Just super quick. They were hungrier for this. They out enthused us. They chased every ball. They moved up as a unit. Defensively, they held their own. Like, that first 10 minutes from the Dogs were like, potentially they're on, but they're not crossing the line. Why aren't they crossing the line? Like, obviously, attack is clunky, and people weren't taking their shots, but, like, credit to the Broncos. I think they've got the best goal line defense so far in that attacking 20. I'm 99% sure the stats back me up on this, but they're one team that could face 20 tackles in a row and not leak a point. And it's not just like the Dogs' poor attack. They did the same thing last week against the Tigers. With a weekend side, like missing Payne Huss last week as well, same sort of injury list. And they're able to defend one set, second set, third set, fourth set. And then eventually the attacker team broke and they punished straight away. They punished the Tigers and they punished the Bulldogs even worse immediately, which is probably the most deflating thing that could happen to the team that is on top statistically anyway. Dogs on top for 10 minutes with the field position, had everything going their way, couldn't convert, and then couldn't even defend their line for one set. That's all it took for the Bulldogs to break. And then from there was a capitulation.
It's 2 weeks back-to-back disaster. Like, Para now undermanned Brisbane. Para was undermanned as well.
Para's got 13 injuries as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We were pathetic, bro.
We were saying last week.
Going on. Are you telling me he's not going to make changes? If he doesn't make changes...
He won't.
That is silly.
He's stubborn. He doesn't want to make changes. He thinks Montoya is literally the best winger to ever play the game.
Some players need to be put on notice by being dropped. Like Kikau, all right, I was about to say drop him, but he's injured.
He's out.
You know, and it's funny. It's funny. The players who've been calling out all underperformed or got injured.
Like, he'll
atrocious.
He'll drop Sherry, right? And that's okay, but he won't drop Montoya. How do you think that makes Cherry feel?
I told you, some coaches have hard-ons for certain players, right? Like I said, like as example, St. George Flanagan had a hard-on for Sloan. His pets would make atrocious mistakes repeatedly throughout the game, week in, week out. Sloan, one thing, and then he's dropped. Same thing here at Canterbury. Serraldo's pets make mistakes week in, week out, same mistakes that cost really directly to tries, cost games, and he sticks up for him. Someone like Sherry drops straight away and put under the bus.
So
for his attitude problems.
Just to show you how impressive this win was by the Broncos, Payne Haas, Corey Jensen, Reece Walsh, Ben Hunt, Pierre Cura, Jesse Arthurs, Billy Walters, Deloise Hoyter, Grant Anderson, Blake Moser, Oblix Toha, Benjamin Takura, and Patrick Carrigan are all injured.
And they would be half the comp if you put them in the starting third.
They're all injured. And we came out there and produced that rubbish.
It's not like he's lost by 4. He's lost by like 20 plus.
We never looked like we were going to win.
Not at all. It was just a disaster from the start.
We were lucky to even post up any points.
What is this?
Yeah, it was just like maybe a lapse in concentration or
the sin bin.
It was the sin bin. Yeah, we could only score against them when they had 12 players.
I was like, all right, in the end, like, you couldn't expect Brisbane to hold out against the sin bin.
Yeah,
How atrocious Canterbury was. They were atrocious. I can't get over how atrocious they were.
We were...
For the second week in a row.
If something doesn't change, there's clearly a coaching issue there. Now, a lot of people saying... Look, before I even talk about that, I need to say something about the Broncos halves, Adam Reynolds and Ezra Mam.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Hang on a sec. They're the premiership winning halves. Or Ben Hunt, you throw him in there, obviously.
Yeah, but Ezra Mam and Adam Reynolds, I tip my hat to them because one thing that Adam Reynolds has shown clearly about our back line, but I would say more exclusively or more distinctly our fullback.
The guy's 36 this year.
Is that against the good 7, Connor Tracy is like a deer in headlights. Against Moses, last week, if you guys remember against the Eels, Connor Tracy was continuously out of the loop. He was always out of position every single time. Why? Because a good halfback that can control his kicking knows how to get the ball where they need it to go. And Connor Tracy does not have the positional play nor the speed to make up for his poor positional play. You see, like, Reece Walsh is not the best with positional play. But the difference with Reece Walsh is his explosive speed allows him to be able to make up the space that he needs a lot quicker, right? You couple that with Marcelo Montoya, who I swear to God, a Titanic can turn faster than him, cannot turn.
Yeah. 3-point turn.
He can't turn. He can't turn and run.
He's a semi-trailer.
Do you remember we had the same problem with Ockenball? We used to say he can't turn and run. We had the same problems. Same exact problem. Ockenball can't turn and run. Ockenball can't catch a ball. Ockenball can't defend. Rajabli Montoya, he went and got Montoya, who literally can't do the... He's the exact same.
You know what burns me? And this happened in the Dragons game, right? Like, for example, we're not even going back that far, 10, 15 years, say, right? You put a kick behind Matt Cooper, rare, almost unheard of. You ever got beat, to the in goal by anyone, winger, centre, he was there. They put a kick behind Sully, and he still hadn't turned around, and the Roosters player was miles ahead, and it was, I think, Sloan coming across or Setu too. Where was the centre? It's like he still hadn't turned around yet. It was like the Titanic, like you said, or a semi-trailer attempting a 10-point turn. What is wrong with these guys these days? They got no awareness, no agility. What is going on? How are these guys first graders? I just want to know.
Well, Montoya isn't. Like,
what are they? They're just battering rams. But that's all they bring to the game. The game's sped up now. It's actually starting to put them out of the game. It's just exploiting them, which is good.
Montoya, for now 3 weeks, even in the Panthers game,
which is good.
He's cost us tries in both attack and defense, multiple, not 1 or 2, multiple. Like, honestly, I would say if you go back and look at the video, he's probably cost us in attack. I would say about maybe 4 tries because of his lack of position and lack of awareness,
lack of agility, lack of pace.
And then in defense, he's cost us. It's just off the top of my head, I would say 5 tries at the very least
in the last 2 games. Yeah.
No, I'm including the Panthers one as well.
No, just the last 2 games.
Yeah, like the number of tries he's costing us is not covered up by the fact that this guy runs 150 meters a game. He does nothing else as a winger. He literally does nothing else as a winger. He can't defend. He can't run. He can't catch a ball.
Yeah.
He does nothing else. And I'm
trying to tell you 150 meters. By the time he gets the ball from, say, a 50-meter spiral torpedo punt from, say, Mitchell Moses, for example, he catches it. He's got a 30-meter by the time the defense meets him, say, for example, 25. If he does that 4 or 5 times a game, that's 100,
No,
120
I'll give
meters.
it to him. Like
The other,
no, his
I
second
always
carries.
point out-
His second carry is all right.
I always
That's not
point
the
out,
issue.
a lot of these stats are skewed. You
yeah,
know?
but his second carries aren't the issue for me. It's more
But
so
it doesn't,
like his
doesn't bring
past-
much.
No, he's just like, unfortunately, I think he's just gotten to an age where his
But
body's
where are your
battered.
forwards? Where are your forwards to batter the opposition? Why are we always relying on
We did.
how many meters?
We
I would rather your forwards batter them and bend their line and really hurt them than a winger take a soft carry into the line and
But
make
that's
it
the
easy
thing.
15 meters.
That's the
What's that
thing.
going to do for the opposition?
This game and last game.
They gotta
So
stop.
last game we played very laterally. This game,
Have you
we
seen-
tried to go through the middle.
have
One
you
sec,
seen
one sec, one
Dolls?
sec.
Yeah.
We tried to go through the middle this game, and our forwards actually, to the eye test anyway, for at least the first 20, 30 minutes, we won
Right.
that battle. And then our halves couldn't execute. And then, what do you call it? Outside backs were never in position. So attack once, sorry, I have to rewind. So the first 10, 15 minutes, we were winning that field position, and then our halves didn't execute. And then anytime we pushed the ball to our outside backs, Critter was off the first, I'd say, 20 minutes
The
of
whole
the game.
The whole game.
I reckon he came back in the last 20 minutes, but in the first...
Too little, too late, bro. Sorry.
yeah, I know, but I'm talking about the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, he was way off. He had like a couple one-on-one opportunities where we could have created an overlap, and they just bungled it.
And what did he do? Try to go himself?
Nah, not even that. He was just off.
Yeah, like
He
there was a couple of times where he should have thrown the pass or taken a step or been a
and
bit.
he's just done like something uncharacteristic.
Yeah, like run back in.
And then towards the end of the game, when I thought he actually improved, Montoya was out of position.
Bro, and it's just like, why would you, like, you've got one of the most potent centers when given early ball. You give him early ball, and then Montoya can't keep up with the run.
But for me, Montoya, like his second carries.
Isn't he a winger? Shouldn't he be keeping up?
Yeah, so he's played 2 carries. In my opinion, are good, but like the game's moved way beyond just play 2 carries. Like we need someone that is agile, someone that's good in the air, someone that can finish tries, someone that can find their way to a try line. And I'm happy to cop, like, we'll probably end up talking about copying juniors coming in and making mistakes, right? Instead of them seeing them sign somewhere else.
No. Let me tell
But
you
this
something.
guy's got that many chances
That's-
repeated week in, week out.
We don't even need to do that.
Are you telling me you couldn't have pulled anyone out from the
Jonathan
reserves?
Sewer, last week against the Parramatta, he put Curran instead of putting Sewer on. He said because Sewer had only played 1 first grade game in 2 years. Because he didn't choose him, because he's got people like Montoya in front of him. Let me tell you how he played against the Broncos, yeah? Let me tell you how he played against...
I was fantastic.
Was he on... He's on Dean Mariner's side. Or Karapani's on the left, Mariner's on the right.
He was good.
Right? He ran 24 times for 251 meters.
A lot of them were strong carries too, by the way.
Very strong.
They weren't your kick
He looked
returns.
quick. And how many bombs did they kick towards him and did not drop a single one?
Almost everything went to him.
Everything went to him. Did not drop a
He
single
was
one.
busy.
3 tackle breaks. Right? 6 tackles made. Only missed 1 tackle. Right? Given how fast they were and how well they were attacking, you can't blame him. This guy was everywhere, so we don't even need to do that. We've got Jethro Rinakama that can come in and say to you, bye-bye Montello.
He's another tall winger too.
Bye-bye Montoya. Yes, he is. And he's much faster than Montoya. Can finish. How many times has he finished well for us?
I reckon.
It's also there's also the Serraldo effect where he moves players randomly. Like Montoya is currently playing out of position. He normally plays the other wing, which doesn't make sense to me. Like he's making all these errors. Like at least if you really want to back him, move him to his side, see if it improves. If it doesn't, like sorry, but I think the whole issue, the whole Bulldogs issue, goes beyond just Montoya. I don't want to single him out. There's probably 6 other positions in this team that need to be up for grabs by juniors. And I think we're heading down a very, very slippery slope.
Let's name them.
I don't. There's no need
Fullback?
to name them.
No. I'm saying let's name the position that are up for grabs. Not the
So-
players, the positions.
Lock.
Okay. Fullback, lock, hooker.
Second row, one of them. He's been underwhelming kick out.
Yeah, second row,
Prop.
front row. Even our bench rotation.
yeah.
So like, there's a lot of positions, in my opinion, that need to be looked at. And for me, it all stems down to we dropped Cherry, and we've spoken about this multiple times. After Vegas, we dropped Cherry for lack of standards in training. Were the same standards being applied
to
In-game.
performance. Yeah,
in game.
No, I agree.
Like training is one thing, and
Very
it's the
good.
precursor to a good performance. Like being good in training usually should mean that it translates into the
Yeah.
game. But when a player trains well and then comes out and performs consistently, not like it's a one-off Barry, right?
Yeah.
Like consistently subpar. Where are the same standards being applied?
They're not.
Why is there no pressure on positions? Why are juniors signing with other clubs? And granted, like we've made signings and we'll poach juniors, and it's a thing that happens, right? But why isn't there pressure on positions? Why are people so comfortable, or why are positions so comfortable that you feel like you could just walk in, week out, miss your tackles, but you know you're going to be there next week?
because Serrato's going to do a Shane Flanagan say he doesn't have anyone.
Man, my favourite question nearly every week. Don't you guys have any boom props in the reserve grade?
We've got no one, apparently.
No one. Like I see all these big.
We'll
blockers,
ask the Bears. We'll check their signings.
You know, like but honestly, the Bears should start rating. You know, players from the Dogs that don't get a
No,
run.
they have. Well, apparently they've
From the
signed Jonathan
Dragons.
Saw now.
And you know what? Papua New Guinea will benefit the same way as well. All these off. You know, they signed Jonathan Sewer.
Yeah, apparently they've
Gee
signed him for
whiz.
4 years.
Wow.
Hasn't been confirmed yet.
The Law Lilies and now Jonathan Sewer.
Yeah, hasn't been confirmed yet, but
Wow, young talent too. These guys are like 5 to 10 year players at your club at least.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
they've signed a lot
They've
of
got them
young
at the
talent.
right age.
yeah. Oh, mate, we seem to let all our good talent go.
Hopefully they take Black Lottery as well.
That is-
Emre Guller and Josh Kerr and yeah.
But yeah, like I gotta say though, I didn't think our props were that bad. I thought both Hughes and
Nah, too many penalties.
You know-
Like
Oh,
this
yeah,
whole
he
game
is-
came down to discipline. We had like, 12, 13 errors
Yeah,
and
yeah,
lost the
yeah,
penalty
yeah,
count
yeah.
like 7-1 or 6-1.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then 3 of those penalties were from Sam
And missed
Hughes.
tackles. The missed tackles at crucial time.
And-
It's a team killer. Absolute team killer.
Can you imagine like
He's held the
you've not just held the ball, like
Choked them.
one of the first penalties we gave away was after we attacked their line for like 10 minutes and we couldn't convert points. Sam Hughes, crusher. They kicked for touch, and then it was just a chain effect. Carried them down to their try line, and then it was kick behind Montoya. That one, I think
Certain.
Critter needs to wear a bit of blame because Montoya was following Critter moving in, but should have been able to turn around fast enough and follow the ball, right?
yeah, because it's not like they just ran past him; they kicked the ball.
Yeah.
Like, bro, turn around and run, Habibi, run! Throw your body at it.
I know
He was there, but he didn't hit the ball.
I hope they're watching. I hope they're learning watching from Melbourne. I mean, they could easily, you know, they don't want to be 6 losses in a row. You know, Bellamy.
It's definitely going down that way,
you know, like look at Melbourne, like
bro.
2-6 now.
Cowboys are gonna put 50 on us.
Oh shit, where do you guys got them at?
Yeah, they pumped us here multiple times.
Well, they did. Yeah, they're an attacking team. The Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying. We can't
Shit.
defend for shit,
But
bro.
you guys used to be noted for your defense.
Nah, we're
No,
not
that's the
defend-
thing.
Where's it gone the last
We were
2
talking
weeks?
about it off camera before, like
What the hell?
Cherry being dropped. Like, there's no minimum standards there, like because you could do whatever you want during game day and still be guaranteed a position the following week. But a whole identity shifted. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm almost starting to believe in the own rumors that I've
when's
created in
that
my
game?
head that
When's that game?
Friday 6 p.m.
that there's potentially a rift in the coaching staff.
And just on that quickly, please like the video, subscribe. But on top of that, this Tuesday, so you'll be by the time this video comes out, it'll be on Monday. On Tuesday, the 28th of April at 8 p.m. we're going live and we're going to be giving away free tickets to the Cowboys game. Make sure you are there live at 8 p.m. on Tuesday if you want to win some of those tickets, and we're going to have some other surprises for you guys to win as well. So be sure to be there at 8 p.m. on Tuesday to watch the live so that you can win some of those tickets to the game against the Cowboys. And also, as I say, please be sure to like this link, subscribe, and do all the good stuff. Look, another one who I thought was extremely poor, was Jamin Salmon. Like, I know we've harped on about how bad Jamin Salmon can be.
Another teacher's pet.
This guy
Another teacher's
against
pet.
the Broncos was exceptionally poor. And I don't know if it was him trying too hard because it looked like he was, but everything this guy did, like he gave away a couple of penalties, missed, like, bro, he was just...
You know, on the flip of that, what I really like to see, and it took like 60 minutes before he actually came on, Bailey Hayward playing 13.
Yes.
Fantastic.
But what is that? What is going on?
I think Serraldo is starting to realize that he's not a hooker.
We got rid of money.
I don't know. Vindicated.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
We got rid of money. We didn't go out to market for an on, even though there were some that we could have signed. Put his faith in Bailey Haywood. He has a shit plan for Bailey Haywood. Bailey Haywood doesn't run. And then he changes him for Jake Turpin, who we've only got to the end of the year. What happens next year?
I think they go to market. Like, I wouldn't be too harsh on that, because if he's actually making the shift I think he's making and moving him to 13, I think that's rather learning from his mistake.
Okay, but what...
But Bailey Haywood at 13 is much faster ball player than Jamin Salmon, and he acts like a second half.
Drop Salmon, move Kurt Mann to start at lock, interchange him with Haywood.
Long overdue.
Yeah, I think Kurt Mann's also passed it a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, but I'd still start him.
He still hits hard, still has good attack. Like the first try we scored was off the back of him. But yeah,
But it's going to be a very long season. We have to win like 13 games to even make the top 4, which I don't even know where their next win's
Give
coming
me top
from.
8.
No, 13 on top of what we've won to make top 4.
Oh, we'll be lucky. We'll be lucky to win another 5 at this rate.
I don't even know where our next win's coming from.
If we get our attitude right, can I just say this? If we get our attitude right, I think we will barely lose. If we play with the same attitude that we showed up with against the Panthers, if we can play like that, that's the upside of it, right? Is that I actually think we're going to be nigh on unstoppable if we can get our attitude right. You may think I'm exaggerating, but my hot take is this. If we get our attitude right, with or without Viliami Kikau out for 12 weeks, I think that we could be almost unstoppable. Honestly, almost unstoppable. We've shown that we can do it. We've shown that we've got the capability, but it comes down to what is going on with the psychology of the team. That's what's got me worried, is that it's not a capability thing. It's not a personnel thing. It's a psychological thing. The team is struggling at the moment.
You think there's a rift between coach and players?
I don't think necessarily there's a rift. I think that they've changed a lot, right? They're trying to be more attack-oriented as opposed to being defense-oriented, and that's shifting, as you said, the DNA of the team. And I think that the team's finding it difficult to reconcile what the coaching staff want and what they've built up as habits, and so those things are clashing in the players' mentalities, and they're not getting it right. But I think once it clicks, we will be unstoppable. Dibbo said something really interesting off air. He said that all the teams that are now winning, like the Tigers and Manly and stuff, they're going to fade, and he thinks that some of the teams that are losing, that have last year were a lot better, will start winning again. And I'm starting to believe in that a little bit.
A lot of hopium.
No, I wouldn't say so, because a lot of these sides that are doing better than expected will get overhyped. I feel like they're overachieving. It's just some sides have been poor. The poor sides, I feel like they're ironing out their mistakes, or they should, and should improve. Whereas the other sides that are higher than they should be are getting overhyped. They're buying into their own hype, you know? And that could be a detrimental effect on them. That's why I reckon that'll definitely happen.
I think naturally the competition improves as we get into the second half.
I
of the
reckon
year as
a
well.
lot of those
after
top
Origin.
sides, like for example, the Broncos should only get better. The Broncos, you got to put them as a shoe-in maybe for a top 2 even.
Oh, and them and the Panthers.
If not, they'll be top 4 because they got the state of origin
They
period.
and they deserve it if they keep playing where they are.
Penrith obviously are there. They'll be there.
I still think it's Penrith to lose.
You know, like South's pummel.
I don't know. This Broncos team has Madge's fingerprints all over it now.
But the Panthers are the Panthers.
Yeah, of course. But
I think
this
that
Broncos team is like...
I love for that match. Panthers versus Broncos will be a rematch of a few years ago.
Redo to 2023.
That'd be great.
Nathan Cleary
Wow, that
to
was
win it
an
again
epic-
last 15 minutes.
That was an epic
that
one.
was it. All right. Who do we think will replace Viliami Kikau in the second row?
Hopefully Logan Spinks. Hopefully a junior coming through.
Straight into the starting
Straight
lineup.
into the starting lineup. None of this rubbish that
I
they're
thought
not ready or
Tipinoa.
whatever. No.
Tipinoa
I want
straight.
Tupinua's impact off the bench.
I'd start him. He used to start at the Roosters and he used to be good.
Yeah, no, I'd
I
rather
think that-
blood someone.
I think
Spinks off the bench.
what he does is he'll throw Josh Curran there into second row.
No. So, okay, you're saying what you think he does, not
Yeah.
what you want. Okay.
No, that's not what I want.
Yeah, okay, good.
That's not what I want. He'll throw Josh Curran in there, or he'll throw Harry Hayes in there.
Harry Hayes suspended, can't do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 100% is going to be Josh Curran,
Yeah.
and then he's going to bring,
Oh, God.
and then he's going to bring Hot Boy onto the bench,
It's going to be a long week.
and one more prop. He'll bring Who do we have? Max King won't be back yet.
Underhill, Alakassim.
No, he won't bring any of them. Don't be silly.
Logan Spinks, even though he's a back rower.
I mean, I would love to see.
Blood someone.
Yeah, I would love to see.
He's all right at home
I want
as
to see
well.
fresh blood. I want to see fresh
Everyone
blood
does.
in this team.
Like,
surely there's juniors there that are not just killing it in game, but also killing it in training. They're meeting all his minimum expectations.
I would love to see him just throw Finalatu in there. But
He's at
Finalatu,
13.
yeah, okay. Move Salmon to second row. Put Finalatu at 13.
Salmon to second row. You know what? He's actually sending him for murder. Well done, Elmo.
Bro,
That's good. Let him go second row.
well,
Maybe,
he's not going to drop him, so we might as well.
Maybe somebody
against
eyeing him out.
Nanai or Helam Lukey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chance. I'll put some in there.
I'm interested to see if he chooses Haywood at 9 or Turpin, because that for me is very strange. That for me shows, and some of the comments he made in the press conference after, is that he's starting to lose confidence in some of the decisions that he's made. Haywood being at 9 and not Burton, Galvin at 7. I think he's starting to lose confidence in that. What's weird is though he's not losing confidence in someone like Connor Tracy at fullback, which I think is the most obvious sore point in our whole team. I think like, bro, at this point,
I don't think that's like the most glaring problem.
I think it is. I think it's one of our biggest problems.
I would replace your lock to begin with, and I'll replace obviously the winger.
I think
I don't know who
Connor Tracy is one of our biggest problems. I think we've got Cade Dykes there. Give him a shot.
I don't know. I wouldn't be.
Even though
to be honest, Connor Tracy is better than any of our New South Wales Cup fullbacks, in my opinion.
Take Cochrane's too young.
Yeah, too young, and I think he's at the moment.
Take Cochrane.
Who's who? Oh, is that
He was in the trials.
Take Cochrane.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say give him a run.
He's too young. He's not experienced
pacey,
enough.
eh?
Nah, he's very Ben Barber-esque. He's got the X factor about him, but he's too young. He needs to be. He needs.
I
time.
think we need to go market for a marquee fullback.
Look, I do too, but we're not.
But I
we
don't
just
think-
re-signed Tracy.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it's $1 million contract.
Nah, of course not.
But I don't think any of our juniors, unfortunately, like as much as I want to see fresh blood in the team, I don't think any of our fullbacks are going to come in and do a better job. Because he makes a lot of fullbacks tackles. He just doesn't have the speed and the ball playing that I'd love from a fullback. But I wouldn't be rushing like a junior in because I don't think like the trade-off is going to be that great. But in other positions where there's consistently problems, like in our wing position, there's consistently problems and there's a lack of go forward from our 13. There's a lack of ball playing or effective ball playing. I really like the look of Haywood coming in. He's like a natural half, right? Like he came through as a half. He ball plays a lot quicker. It's a much more natural position for him. He could create opportunities himself as opposed to having to link with Burden or Galvin.
You know who might be back next week? Inari Tuala.
Was a winger.
I think Inari Tuala will do well wherever you put him. He's been that good for us.
He's been good purple patch last few weeks when he played.
Yeah, look, I'm really worried about the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys can score a lot of points, and
100%.
we can't. And if we're not careful, they're going to put 50 on us. That's the scary part. And to be honest, I want to say that Serraldo will have them up for this, but I don't think he will.
I've backed them through worse.
I'm going to back them, but I just feel it's another one of those teams where we're just going to rock up and think, oh, we'll just get through it. We'll be all right. And then we're just not going to show up. Because, again, I don't think it's a capability thing. I genuinely believe that it is a out-and-out psychological problem at the moment where I think what the coaching team wants or what the habits that they've built aren't working together. And so they're falling foul of each other. And then the other problem is that because the game is now so quick, we are just so slow that we lose any attacking momentum that we've got, and it just turns to shit. And then we're shit out of luck. We don't really know what we can do because Montoya keeps letting in tries when really we should be able to defend them a lot better. Like against the Eels, like the way that Fox ran around Montoya, like I was like, surely we got this, and honestly, I was just like, why am I even surprised when Fox scored that try? So there are a lot of issues, but it's all about what's in between the head. Unfortunately, I don't see Ciraldo being the type of coach that will take responsibility for the issues, and there's no accountability being forced on him, and it's not looking great from where we stand. I know there are a lot of Bulldogs fans who say I'm being quite pessimistic, but even though I'm going to tip the Bulldogs. In my heart, my head says that the Cowboys are going to score a lot of points on us that we won't be able to match. Because our defense is not great and our attack is even worse. So, yeah. What final thoughts on the Dogs?
Final thoughts. It's going to be a long season. In my opinion, just a lot of players not rocking up with the right attitude, which screams to me that there's a rift somewhere. I don't know where the rift is coming from. Is it coaching staff? Is it a clash of coaching plans that are given to them? Is it them just not wanting to play? Is it them reading the room, seeing that potentially Presto, Burden on the way out?
I don't think Presto's on the way out.
You might not think that, but they might think that.
No, I don't think so.
Because there's clearly something off there. They've shifted very far from the identity they worked so hard to build in 24 and 25. And if it keeps going and we miss the 8, I think that there is going to be some coaching jobs on the line.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We signed Adam O'Brien, and I'm not going to say it's his fault. But
It's you can't blame
one person. Yeah.
You can't blame the assistant coach. That's the coach's responsibility at the end of the day.
I agree. I agree. Dibbo?
I think it's still early. If he gets his coaching decisions right, like in certain areas we discussed, they should be able to start turning around those results and making their way back up the ladder. They only one win out of the 8 at the moment, so we're only round 8, and we're not even a third through the season. So still plenty of time to get it right.
Look, I agree, and I think if he does get it right, we will be one of the better teams in the competition.
100%.
I have no doubt about that.
100%.
And the thing is, I want to make this comment, right? Everyone keeps saying Galvin this, Galvin that, bro. Shut up. Galvin is literally our best, most consistent player every single week. It's clear why people have such a high opinion of him as a player. He's a freak. I don't care what anyone says.
They just need to tweak their game plan. Like, Burden should be a dominant kicker, for example.
100%.
And he's a way better kicker than Galvin. Like, for example,
Yeah, and Galvin's not bad. Galvin can kick. They can share the kicking duties. But when you've got a prodigious boot like Burden...
That's a coaching thing.
That's
he's being told not to kick.
Yeah. I mean, again, it could be an injury, but I highly doubt it's injury because even though he wasn't kicking the ball, he was taking the conversions against the Eels. So, which one is it?
I just want to see the best players for their position playing every week.
I want to see the best 17 in the team, whatever it means.
Just I don't care about the name that's playing there on the day. Just give me the player that is playing their best footy, and that's what it should be for every position, Galvin included. But that should extend beyond just Galvin and Burden and
100%.
Curran, for example. It should be every position up for grabs every week.
All right, we've had our heart-to-heart about the Bulldogs. Now it's time to talk about the next game. The Tigers defeat the Raiders 33-14 at Leichhardt Oval.
I thought the Raiders were poor. They didn't throw much at them. And they only got those 2 tries when the Tigers had a player in the bin. So Raiders were poor. Tigers played well, deserved win. Doing really well when, again, another win, another step towards making the finals and seeing Leichhardt packed to the chockers.
How good was on the hill, bro?
Fantastic.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
So in all the important statistics, the Tigers were ahead. So more run meters, more post-contact meters, more line breaks, more tackle breaks, a longer average set distance, more kick return meters. Play the ball wasn't as fast, but that's okay. They had more offloads.
Sometimes not playing the ball as fast isn't a bad thing. If it's only a little bit in it, it's all right. It gives your team a bit of time to set.
They only had 22 missed tackles the whole game. So it was actually a very good performance by the Tigers. The Raiders are showing us just how much they miss Jamal Fogarty.
And they also missed Ethan Strange this game. Like, he came off with his injury, but he never came back.
Yeah, you're right.
He
100%.
really never came back. He was just a body on the field.
But I think even with Ethan Strange there, like they haven't, like they're both
that first 10 minutes, they looked on.
Strange and Sands, they're still both very young.
100%.
I think that's the biggest problem is what I think doesn't get seen often enough is how much an experienced player in the team, especially at 7, dictates not only the attack but also the defense. Right? As a half, like a lot of halves, I know they'll go stand out on the wing or whatever, and that's fine. But when you're an experienced 7 who's been brought there to do a particular job, everyone looks to you for a lot of those important parts when Tapane isn't on or whatever. And so I think they're really starting to see that while Sanders has a much higher ceiling, right, in 5 years or whatever it is, for what they needed right now, Jamal Fogarty was perfect and they shouldn't have let him go to the Seagulls, even though the Seagulls were paying him a lot more money. And while the Seagulls are going through a bit of a purple patch, I think a lot of it has to do with Fogarty, because even when they were losing, Fogarty was their best player.
Yeah. He's been consistent week in, week out.
He's fantastic. And, like, I can't believe the Dogs didn't go for him, you know? But anyway, like, regardless of that, how good is Adam Dwyer here?
He's carrying that team.
Bro, how good is he?
I'm not carrying. Like, everyone's playing their part.
Like, there's some
but
players,
he's the glue to that team.
There's some players that, he's been unbelievable.
And you know why? You know why I agree with you? Because even with Luai back, it's still the Adam Dwyer show.
Yeah, 100%.
He's putting himself in discussions for obviously rep honours of New South Wales. Like, you know, he's put his hand forward. I'm not saying as a starter, it could be a utility.
Hey, bro, as a utility, he can play fullback, he can play centre, he can play wing, he can play 5'8", he can play 7, bro, what can't he play?
He can play lock.
He can play lock, he's played lock.
He's played lock. He can slide in a hooker even. He's a multi-talented
He is
player.
a freak, bro.
He's got a pass on him as well. And
He's
his
a
kicking
rarity.
game and his running game. And
he's a big half as well.
Yeah, he's a very big half.
He's almost 6'3". You could say he's 6'3" almost.
I tip my hat to him because you know what? Like, his kicking, his conversions have been good. His passing, his kicking, his running game, bro. His running game, like, he runs. He's not afraid to take a hit up. And that always keeps the defensive line unsure of what his next move is going to be. So that was, you know, it's their performances have been fantastic.
Feels like his body's filled out now.
Yeah.
It's just all solid everywhere.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he's going past his injury.
Yeah,
Injury run.
do you remember he was out for 3
yeah.
years with injuries?
Yeah, just like constant.
Yeah, Dave
2
here and
years,
there,
2.5 years.
Yeah.
But the Tigers stuck by him, and you know, he's 27, 28 now. He's coming into the prime as
They've
a
got
half.
him on unders.
Oh, I think they
They've got
absolutely
him on
do.
unders. Whatever they're paying him, like, he's worth probably double that.
he's playing like he's double, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you didn't know any names and you just came into first game watching NRL, you think he's the $1 million player
Yes,
in that team.
yeah, you really
He's one of
did.
the
Yeah.
stars of
Yeah.
the game. Well, he is the way he's playing.
Well, there was a sour note on the game for the Tigers when Api Coruscant was sent to the bin for a hip drop, and he's been, I think, suspended for 3 weeks
3 weeks. It's a build-up of charges. He does it a lot. Like, every year he's got a couple of these.
of these hip drop ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he had a couple last year as well.
Yeah.
Kai Pearce Paul miss next week.
Yeah, he got a Cat 1.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a 10-day turnaround. I think they might try to push because it's 11 days stand down.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
might try to push.
I don't think they'll budge.
So
I think others.
even if he does, that's all right. Gets a nice little rest, 8-9 rounds in, and then he comes
100%.
back again and reset.
Yeah, look, their
he's a
whole
gun.
team's like.
Alex Seyfarth should get a run. If not, he's coming off the bench. Seyfarth was good for him last year, so
Yeah.
they got good backup.
He's all right.
They got good backup.
They're playing like a team.
Yeah, honestly, they really have. Like, I've been really, really impressed with Alex Twal. I think Alex Twal's been
He's been the engine.
like if
See, you're a third man in.
Yeah.
For Supercoach,
That's all right.
that
He's
is.
been an engine.
No, bro,
He's
he's-
been, you know what? I love. He brought something new to his repertoire. The try assist. There's Royce Hunt. Did you
Oh,
like that?
bro.
Man, what a ball that was. Man,
Bro,
right
what a
on the chest.
step, bro. Royce Hunt stepped Kyle Weeks.
Yeah, but Alex Twal was a forward. He's not a half.
Yeah,
the way
that's
he had
right.
the awareness and then came and he was aiming for him and then boom, right on his chest. Like, what?
That was a great pass.
What's Alex Twal and Adam Dewey doing off the field? Is it what they're eating or what?
Yeah, bro. It's all that falafel, hummus.
Is that Lebo food?
Well, the wara hanib, not
Gee
yeah.
whiz. Anyway.
But yeah, Alex Twal's been fantastic. I think that try by Royce Hunt, like, as a former prop, seeing him more.
He was
Did you
playing like
say you're from a prop?
Yeah.
he was playing like He was playing like he was a centre.
Bro, the way he ran one way and he could have passed. He had support. He was like, nah, I'm taking this one.
He was on the fly.
Bro, he
Wow.
stepped KO Weeks.
As a forward, you take every opportunity.
And that was a great one, bro. Good on him. That was fantastic. I was so happy to see it. But overall, like, you know, Taylor May's back and he was so good
What a
at
player.
center. Bro, what a
The
freak.
outside backs were all nice and dangerous. It's good to see Benji learnt from last week. Didn't stuff around the Dewey's position. Just left him in 7.
Yes.
Like I know you got Jock Madden who's in a purple patch at the moment. Or
But he had
playing well.
Herbert, so he just brought Herbert on.
Yeah. They lost someone for Herbert. Buller. And they brought Herbert in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long. Any news on how long he's out for?
No, apparently it's just it was a precautionary thing, but I'm not sure. I haven't really followed that
Okay.
up. But yeah, look, I thought they were all good. Jerome Loy, I thought, was probably the worst of them. Not the worst.
You know what? You know what? He played it smart.
He's letting Adam Dwayne run the
Thank you.
show.
He didn't overstep it. He goes, you know what? If I need to step in, if they're playing poor, he has to step in.
Yeah.
He played it smart.
Yeah.
He showed his experience there by letting Dewey
100%.
run the show.
That's
Yeah.
what you want from him, right?
Yeah.
No, good game awareness.
Yeah, I mean, last week they lost to the Broncos, and we said, you know, if I was a Tigers fan, I wouldn't be too downtrodden over that loss because the Broncos' defense has been fantastic. And look, to be honest, I feel like I've been vindicated because the Tigers are playing some great footy as a
I
team.
mean, there were some Tigers fans calling for Luai to be dropped for Jock Madden. It was crazy to me.
It is crazy, but also I can see where they're coming from.
After one loss, like
Yeah,
If he ends up at Papua New Guinea,
yeah, which is, you know, new
it's
information.
not a bad thing.
Yeah, but look, the whole team has been doing its role. Like Samuela Fainu is playing some of the best footy he's played, and he's an absolute beast. Even Api, like Api's won multiple grand finals, and you know he's playing very well. Like
he's playing like he's 28, bro.
I reckon he should be. I reckon like they should give him a look in for Origin
Yeah,
as a backup
I feel
hooker.
bad for him, man, because he was definitely in the talks. He was like one or two front runners already.
Yeah, I think Blake Brayley should be there regardless, but you know Api should be in the conversation. But the whole team's just.
Zoro May's put in a few good performances now.
I would have
Be
him on the
nice.
bench.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Legit, I'd have him on the bench.
Even Taylor May to get a look in would be nice.
But we've got so many good centers. Like honestly, you wouldn't be able to look past like Latrell Mitchell and Katoni Staggs. Yeah, like it'd be hard to. But they both play on the same side.
Hang on a sec. Who else is in the talk for the centre? Oh, Casey McLean. Is he
Definitely. I think Casey McLean's been. Yeah, he was good today actually.
has he put up
Yeah,
his
he
hand
was.
or no?
Yeah, definitely. I think Casey McLean. Maybe a bit young though. We need to win this series, so I reckon you go with the tried and tested. Maybe Critter and.
It doesn't matter who
and
he
Trill.
selects. He could select the Australian squad. Laurie Dale will find a way to lose.
Oh, he'll find a way of his game plan,
Yeah.
like last year. Oh,
And jump in the press conference in the third game and act like there's a fourth
Well,
game.
mate, and then have his mate in media just brush it aside. Oh, man, the media people here are piss weak.
Yeah.
The journals are piss weak.
all right. In
Weak.
terms of the Raiders, what did you guys think of the Raiders' performance?
Poor.
What I kind of expected
What are they,
from him.
3 and 5?
Yeah, same as the Dogs.
Yeah.
3, 4, and 1, whatever.
They were missing a lot of punch in the middle. Like every time Tapani went off, they got no go forward. Who was it? Mariota, I thought, had a few good runs, but nothing impactful. Ethan Strange, like after his injury, he didn't return to the field. Like I know you brought the body out, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't.
He wasn't able to,
involved in
yeah.
anything. He was clearly still like in pain from it. And they lost a lot in the attack because a lot of it fell on Ethan Sanders' shoulders. And like you alluded to, that he's very young. He's very young. And this is a strong Tigers pack. It's not the Tigers from 2022, 21, 23, 24, whatever it was. Their 3 wooden spoons.
Last
It's a
15
very-
years.
Exactly. It's a very different team, right? They play with a lot more intensity, and the Raiders lost that battle. There was long periods of the game where the Raiders, they couldn't move 20, 30 meters, and they'll kick and it will land on the 40, and 1-2 sets later, they're conceding points.
So if you look at the props for the Tigers, Terrell made 204 meters, Fanua Bole 156, Alex Twal 176, Sione Fainu 120, Royce Hunt 94. Yeah, The Raiders, not one of them broke 100 meters. Ata Mariota, 51. Joseph Tapane, 73. Zach Hosking, 99. Noah Martin, 33. Corey Horsburgh, 89. Morgan Smithies, 73.
Tarpany's having a poor year.
Yeah,
So far.
they all are.
Noah Martin got
not
injured
the heights
to
he had
that
last year.
Appy tackle.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
he ended
right.
up
So he
coming
came off. Yeah, you're right. But even their backs weren't that impressive, to be honest. And then the only one that stood out for me in the whole team really was Sevelia Tamale. Ran 240 meters.
Oh, he was brilliant.
Oh, for me, KO Weeks as well.
The KO Weeks tackle. And look, KO
Not
Weeks
just
is...
tackle, like he tried.
Yeah,
and
every
they were a
week.
team that was
Man,
well
Sevelia
beaten.
Tamale almost a few times. If it came off, they would have probably been try of the year candidates every time.
Some of the tries, yeah. Some
Oh,
of the
if it
efforts he was
came off,
making, yeah.
wow, he was damaging, man. Absolutely
They
damaging.
tested him as well, and he held his own.
What a great
Because a
young
couple of
player,
weeks
man.
ago, we're like, what's happening
Yeah.
over here? And he self-nominated to go to New South Wales
And
Cup.
then Ricky put his son in first grade.
Oh, he was poor, unfortunately.
Man, how was he a
Gets
first
Jules.
grader, man?
But he's also very young. Like I'm just like, he was poor, but I don't want to...
He's not a bad. He's a good kid.
Yeah, I'm not going to attack him because he's young, man.
I'm not saying that. Some people just aren't first graders. You can tell straight away.
I don't know. Like last year when they were doing well, he was okay. Like I didn't think he was. It wasn't out of his depth, but
I mean, Chevy Stewart. What doesn't he get a look in, or is it Ricky just selecting the wrong Stewart?
Hopefully he's coming to the Bulldogs.
bro, Chevy Stewart, I'll take him in a heartbeat. He's got heart,
Couldn't
bro.
get a look in because of.
He's got heart. But yeah, look, it's not looking great for the Raiders. The Raiders of 2026 are probably what people expected of the Raiders in 2025.
They've got a few wins in them.
They
but
might come
again,
home with a wet sail, so it's still.
They
early.
might. And I think they will. Look, they'll pick it up a lot. I think
They've got a couple of late buys as well, so like they
Yeah.
can string wins together. Like they are a good team to watch. I'll actually enjoy watching them, but
Same.
You need your forwards like
to do. Yeah,
to actually deliver a
Corey
platform,
Horsburgh is so out of form.
especially when you got young halves.
Like, I don't want to put on Horsburgh, but I think he's one of the guys that really needs to step up. Papali'i, when he comes back as well, like Papali'i has been so poor this year. And they have a couple of young props.
You want their captain and Tarpane to consistently deliver. Last year, he was delivering games 150, 200 meters.
He's averaging 150 meters. But yeah, look, I think it's not looking great for the Raiders, but it is looking very good for the Tigers. All right, next game, the Friday 6 p.m. game, Cowboys against the Sharks at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. This was an absolute stinker of a game. 46-34, 80 points scored in one game.
Now, if you enjoy watching tries, that's probably about it.
Yeah, but bro, even after a point, you think to yourself, that's enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Some of those tries were too easy, man.
yeah,
Like, show a bit of resilience.
bro, it was embarrassing for both teams.
Man,
I think
Scott Drinkwater was dancing around them. Like,
he played well.
Yeah,
and then they
so
went and
man
gave,
of the
and then
match.
they went and gave Cotter a man of the match. Like
Who?
Cotter. Like,
No,
I'm like, which dope gave Cotter man of the match?
Hamir.
I mean, the guy probably was even in the top 10 best players, or let's
You
say
know
top
why
5.
he got man of the match? Because he's been out of form for the last few weeks, and this is his first good game.
Yeah, but
I don't think he was that
Drinkwater
great
was
either.
that
He
influential in
wasn't
the
that
game.
great.
You couldn't even look
Well, it was
past
a poor
him.
team. It was a
It was
poor game,
daylight
in my
next.
opinion.
It was a horribly poor game. I did not enjoy this game at all.
How many tries did Drinkwater have? 3, 4?
Three try assists, 3 line break assists.
And 1 try?
Yeah,
Insane.
No. one try. Yeah, one
He
try.
didn't even try to overplay his hand either. He just let the team do everything else after.
All right, but you're glazing him now because he's gone to the Dragons.
No,
we
it's
get
not
it.
that. Like, how
We know that's why you're glazing him. Relax.
Like, why? Like, who watches these games?
No, this was a bad game.
No,
Honestly,
it's not
like,
that. Like, who's adjudicating who's man of the match?
Oh, I think
Every
it's
week
arbitrary.
there's
I think
something
it's
that's
just
like, bro.
what do you call it? Well,
Same
whatever.
people that watch these games and adjudicate who was man of the match are the same ones enforcing the rules, I reckon.
Yeah. Look,
Ridiculous.
as I say, I don't like these games. I think if this was 14-10, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more, like 24-12 or something. I'd enjoy it a lot more than what this garbage was. And this is what, unfortunately, PVL and Abdo are hoping to get, just blowout games, which is not good for anyone. I just... This game was disappointing because defense seemed to not matter. And this is why I think both teams will struggle when it matters. Like at the back end of the season.
Oh, Cronulla just giving everyone a stinker of a start to the season.
They're very hard to predict. Like they're a lot like the Bulldogs. I say this very often. Like when they turn it on,
They've got such a stacked
they're
team.
unstoppable.
They've had a good run for so long. So when does it get unstuck for them? Eventually. Like when eventually does it get unstuck for Cronulla and they just...
I actually reckon they might miss the 8 this year.
Like, it had a good run for so long with the draw and having a good stack of players.
Yeah.
What happens when they have a bad run of injuries and then not a good draw? You know, and a lot of players leave. Like
They missed the 8.
they miss the 8. They'll probably be like bottom cellar dwellers for a long time.
I actually reckon they might miss the 8 this year. I genuinely think they might. I hope so.
Well,
Anyway.
this is on brand for Cowboys, but at the very least, like we know defense is optional. Like as much as they say it's not, but defense has been optional there for the last couple of years. This is exactly what you expect from the Cowboys, just to get into a shootout and win the game.
No, but did you enjoy this as a rugby league fan? Did you enjoy this?
It's like try after try.
Yeah,
like,
I was just
bro.
like, we get it.
50-50, like
It's like-
I
it's quite easy
prefer
at
I
times.
prefer lower scoring games
Yeah.
that where like a team really has to fight for the points. This one, because I don't really respect the Cowboys or the Sharks, I was like, yeah, this is what I expect from you guys.
It's really shocking because the missed tackles weren't that high. There was 25 missed tackles by the Cowboys and 36 missed by the Sharks.
Do they even clock it as a missed tackle if there's just a gap like this?
Well,
wide?
it's true. It's just a line break.
It's just like you're just going straight through.
Yeah,
There's
that's
like,
what it
who,
was.
Who do you give the
Yeah.
missed tackle to?
That's true.
Nobody puts their body on the line to chop down the players like we were used to seeing
Yeah,
before.
100%.
It's just
Um,
there's no leg chops anymore.
But this game really highlighted the power of possession
Yeah.
and momentum, because like all these tries came in blocks. Like a couple tries to the Cowboys, then a couple tries to Cronulla, then a couple tries to Cowboys, and it just kept rotating. If you had possession, the only way you gave it up is you drop the ball, and
So just to prove your point, Talakai scores in the 9th and then in the 11th minute. Reid Marnie scores... Talangi scores in the 27th. Reid Marnie scores in the 33rd. Braden Burns then scores in the 38th, right? Then Kyle Iro scores in the 54th and in the 57th minute. Then Sonny Luke scores in the 66th. Tom did in the 73rd and Hillam Lukey in the 79th.
So imagine they got their kicks in, that would have been 50 plus.
It would have been...
That's another team done with 50.
yeah, that's 8 points they're missing from kicking.
But yeah, overall, wasn't that great. It was, look, to be honest, it was a good attacking performance by the Cowboys. I thought they were really, really clinical in their attack. They were excellent. In
Again, they have questions about their defense.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
of course, but it's optional over there.
Yeah, like if we ignore defense for a second, I thought Drinkwater was out of this world. Like he brained it so hard. He was
Yeah,
fantastic.
but the Cronulla made it look so easy for him.
Yeah,
They
look,
did, but he still has to
but he can only
create
do.
those
Yeah, you can only play
opportunities.
you can only play what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And he played what's in front of him, and he absolutely brained it. He was like, honestly, well done to the Dragons for signing him. Another one who's very exciting as well. Obviously, we've spoken about this before. Jackson Purdue. I thought like every time he saw even half a meter or half a meter of opening, he would just put the afterburners
I
on.
thought he had a super
I
quiet
think
game.
he'll be their fullback next year.
Yeah, that's why they're
Yeah.
getting rid
And
of
then
Drinkwater.
Laybutt will end up being in the centres? Or
Yeah.
is
And
Laybutt
this
being...
is the most
or is
us-
Laybutt will go to Papua New Guinea after? Because he's Papua New Guinea.
He might go to PNG in 2028, but he's definitely going to be there in the centres.
I thought Dearden had his best game all year.
Typical Dearden, as he gets on, he gets better. Typical.
Yeah.
Always starts off slow. Always
Oh,
starts off slow.
Yeah, he was better, but I don't think he was that great still.
He's coming into his own.
Oh, they started with McKaylee instead of having him off the bench. I thought that was a good move. McKaylee was great.
You reckon the Dogs should sign him?
Bro, nah, they just re-signed him for 3 years.
Wow.
Tamalolo had another good game. I'll be honest with you. In terms of numbers, it wasn't that big, but I thought
Yeah, he played 37 minutes.
He had a
and
good
he still
game, though.
pulled
Yeah.
Gave a
120
lot.
meters.
They're managing him perfect now.
Yeah.
I think they're managing him
They
brilliant.
didn't even need to keep him out. Like other games, he's played like 60 minutes and he clocks 200 meters.
Yeah.
Like he's in really good form.
another one who I thought played really well for the Sharks anyway was Talakai. I thought he played very good.
Talakai was strong.
He was very good for the Sharks. And KL Iro as well, obviously scored that hat trick.
But later, it was a bit patchy before that. Very
Yeah, that's what I'm
patchy.
saying. Yeah, that's why I was like,
Very
look, you got to mention him because he did score a hat trick, but I didn't think he was
No.
exceptional other than that.
very patchy.
There's not much to take out from this game except
I
both
swear,
teams
there's
need to defend. Like they can't. None of these teams will win a comp defending like that.
No, not even close.
I think all that's happening right now is they're delaying the inevitable of Todd Payton getting sacked. I swear, like it feels like he's winning these games and good on him, but this is,
I'd have him at. I'd sign him at St George.
but this isn't a performance that you could say wins you a grand, like this isn't a grand final
Regardless,
winning team and performance. And similarly for the Sharks, like honestly, it's very similar to the Bulldogs. I think that the Sharks are such a talented team, and when they turn up, they'll absolutely pump teams, but they're too cocky. and I think Craig Fitzgibbon isn't keeping them honest and accountable. Like,
No.
I think the best thing he can do for his team is to drop Nico Hines to New South Wales Cup just to help him get his confidence back.
I don't know about this.
New South
No,
Wales
I don't
Cup?
think
Yeah.
about this game. Like, especially not after this game. Like 2 try assists. I wouldn't be dropping him after that.
Oh, why?
He's dropped a couple of his outside backs in.
Sione Katoa?
Katoa's been dropped.
Yes.
And there was someone else that
He
got
needs to
dropped.
bring Britton Nakora back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, into the starting rotation.
He's got him on the bench. Like, come on,
But
man.
even when he was starting, I didn't think before he had him, like
Nikora,
like this year, he hasn't really been in form. I think.
because he's only starting
been
in like
injured,
one game.
Yeah, one or 2 games. Yeah.
Hasn't really been given the chance, and I don't like Teague Wilton for as good as he is. Like, he's pretty quick or whatever, but I don't think anyone in that Sharks team runs a better line than Nikora.
Oh, no, I don't think anyone in the competition.
Yeah, like he's
but
really good.
I
Just
don't-
needs to.
I think Billy Burns is the one that needs to make way. Offensively, as a starting second rower,
You reckon?
doesn't give him near enough.
Look, he's not. I
I'm
think,
sure he'll sneak in and score a try.
but he does all the hard work.
He
But-
played for
but he's
50
a second
minutes.
rower.
He
He's
ran
not a lock.
22 meters.
What?
Billy
20
Burns.
Billy Burns, 22
How
meters.
many minutes? 50 minutes? So there you
In
go.
50 minutes.
That is just
28 tackles, 1 miss,
What's
like whatever he
why
got
is
through
he
the
out
work.
there to defend
Yeah, look.
and do the dirty work?
Yeah, fair enough.
He's meant to be an offensive gun and bruising defense.
Yep.
He's got to make way. It's just got to stop with that Fitzgibbon. He knows that.
All right.
How
And
long was the ball in play in this game? I don't think it was in
Yeah, there you go. 48 minutes roughly.
48 minutes. It's very similar to the Dragons blowout.
You
much.
If they converted, they're 54 points. Like they're almost at the Dragons. I mean, at the Roosters score.
Overall, there's nothing to take from this game. Like, both teams just need to learn how to defend.
defend better, yeah. All right. Then we've already covered the Dogs and the Broncos. All right. The Roosters and the Dragons. The Dragons go down to the Roosters 62-16 on Anzac Day. Over to you, Dibbo.
It was like touch footy out there, and the Dragons players aren't agile on their feet. There was some poor reads, some like did you play footy growing up? Because if the Roosters cut in the middle and the Roosters players are cutting in, you follow. You know, to try to chop down the support play. It's like the players were there were just all ball watching or statues, as I call them. Very bad. There was. I feel bad for player like Sedu too gave it his all. The Couchmans give it their all. Hamish Stewart gives it his all. You know, like Cookie gives it his all. You know, I feel bad for those sort of players. You know, like because there's like if Valentine Holmes, like, you're a seasoned rep player, and that was atrocious. You know better than that.
Unacceptable.
I think he's playing injured. Still, I just thought. Look, you know how Noana Tawasi went out still.
No one to know what I say, yeah.
But Tawasi was just running around him. And I think, man, Valentine Holmes is a lot quicker than that. But look at the way he was running. He was already struggling already. I think he might be carrying an injury. But he's got the bye this week. He's a lot quicker than that, Val Holmes. He's carrying an injury, I reckon, but atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Like, we can go there and say, yes, the refereeing was poor and there was a piggyback. All right, we'll say he gifted them 4 tries. So what are you still losing? 46-16?
Yeah.
Still atrocious.
Yeah.
50-16? Still atrocious, right? Absolutely atrocious. Like, yeah, okay. Say you take, they stood in 7-8 tries without the refs, you know, clangers. Absolutely atrocious. Like, don't know what to say. Like, you can turn around and say, Cade Reid he was okay. I mean, I love the attack he can bring. He's got a lot to grow. It's his first game. Don't have to be highly critical, but man, he gave that cutout pass. Obviously got ruled no try in the end, and he took on the line as well, and something they haven't had in years. You know, fantastic attacking rugby there. Love it. Obviously, he's got to shore up his defence. I think they'll get better together. I hope anyway, but hardly any bright spots, to be honest. I mean,
From an outsider's perspective, watching that game, I thought you saw from Cade Reid exactly what you needed to see. I know he missed a couple of tackles and they led to tries or whatever, but bro, straight out, someone made this comment. I think it was I read it on Facebook. Someone made this comment. They said that Cade Reid showed more attacking flair in 40 minutes.
No. in one game, and that Kyle Flanagan's done in 2.5 years.
Yeah, the one game that then Carl Flanagan has in 2.5 years. And look, this is not to attack Carl Flanagan. This is just
just sort of style of play. Flanagan's just a pass out the back that the forwards can do for you. So
Flano's
doesn't engage the line. Yeah. Doesn't engage.
Interestingly, still, Emre Gula only ran for 71 meters. However, Toby Couchman ran for 133. Hamish Stewart ran for 103.
Dean Young did one little stuff up, and that was start Hamish Stewart off the bench. Like, you want to try get the Kerr came out strong.
Honestly, I got to say, Kerr was...
But then he just paired it off. Like, did he even get a run for the rest of the game after that? I don't remember him being on. Did he get a run?
Well, he only made 27 meters the whole game.
How many minutes?
3 runs.
How many? So he never came back on after that.
Yeah, which is...
Just silly. Like, either he's better off just getting used off the bench for that many minutes, unless he was injured.
But then why did he only play Halangahu for 14 minutes?
Yeah, I didn't understand. Halangahu played reserve grade yesterday. Or was it? Yeah, no. Today he played reserve grade.
Yeah, but why?
Which was odd. If you're giving that game plan so he can play backup, play reserve grade, then don't pick him in the team. I want Halangahu playing at least half an hour.
Oh, bro, he needs to be able to warm into it.
Still a bit of Loco was good. He was trying. Oh, look at that. Loco's hard to put down.
He's very hard, bro. He's lanky.
Loco, I'm almost thinking like if you're gonna bench someone like Hamish Stewart to start someone else, start Loco then.
Yeah.
He's the big bopper you need. The guy's 6'5", almost 6'6". He's like 6'6".
Big boy, man.
Who's gonna head clash him or HIA him? Or,
Big boy, man. Big boy.
I'm glad he's getting more. How many minutes did he get? Half an hour?
Yeah,
he got half an hour. Good.
Yeah.
Start him.
Give Dean Young a couple of weeks. I think you didn't want to alter the
I
chemistry
agree.
of the team too much.
I agree.
But over the bye, I'm expecting you come back after the bye in Newcastle, you're going to have all your young guns.
I was happy Ryan Couchman came back. Like, all right, first game back. Okay. I want to see Dylan Egan included next week.
Me too.
I mean, after the bye, he played reserve grade. Today, he grabbed the double as well. I think he didn't come back on after halftime. They just wanted to rest him or something. But 2 tries in the first half.
I think he's got to be. He was actually as good as Hamish Stewart was. Actually, last year I thought Dylan Egan was the better player, even though Hamish Stewart was fantastic.
I'd love to see him back.
Right, as soon as he's back, I'm putting him straight to my super
Obviously, you lose Luciano, so somebody have to slot in.
Dylan Egan.
Yeah, and then I'd love to see Saw come back. We've got to fix some glaring problems in the back line.
Fine cannot play another game.
Cuthbertson comes back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you can slot him in the centres. You put Val Holmes on the wing.
What happened?
Su Tesetu, very good.
Amazing.
Very busy. He makes things happen. He makes things happen. Have you realised? Sloan can stay at fullback. There was a little bit of errors, but he's still got that attacking flair. There's something they've got to do about what's called Moses Sully. I know Hayden Buchanan's there. Hayden Buchanan does your your basics all
He's
correct.
a very poor in attack, though.
I'll take that. If his defense is decent, Sully cannot defend for his life, I'm finding. I'll take Hayden Buchanan. Or find me another centre that can... Who else can play centre there?
Sugranis?
Yeah, maybe. Otherwise, who can play wing in the place of Matt Finney? Who are we missing on the wings?
I reckon you could put Cuthbertson on the wing.
No, he's too slow. And apparently you don't activate people like Tom Kirk or Toby or Ben Rumble...
To round 11?
To around 11, and for example, Tyler Peckham-Harris at fullback, for example, till after round 11.
Yeah, I think it's same issue with the Bulldogs, and I think Underhill. Because he's not in the top 30. He's still in the development.
But just from now till round 11, I think that's what it should be. Then obviously you get Sagranis back, you get Jacob Little back. Like, I feel like they're 4 or 5. If they can get everyone stay unsuspended and once they get their players back and have a little sustained period of no injuries, no suspension, I feel like they can win a few games, string a few games together. And they play some sides that... No, anyway, we'll see what happens, man. They really need to get 1 or 2 wins on the board right away. Really. But it's just a car crash at the moment.
Yeah, but look, I'm honestly, like...
Our Roosters were fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not going to...
They thrive on sort of footy where the ref gives them leeway to have quick play the balls. If you can slow down the Roosters, they can't break you up the middle. Or they won't be able to break up the middle. Like, they were just playing touch footy up the centre. Did you realise? Atkins let him play that way. He was probably my man of the match. He was not consistent. Like, what do we have in terms of play the balls? Do we have anything there for the stats?
0.2 second difference, 0.23 second difference.
But that was actually, that only because probably it closed down towards the end of the game where the Roosters probably took their foot off. It was probably more like towards maybe almost a second. There's a big difference there, man.
But even like the average set distance, like they were almost 10 meters bigger than yours.
Dragons the Roosters kept getting the roll on.
Yeah,
with the
100%.
tries.
And look,
That was atrocious by the Dragons, 32 meters.
but that was the worst. That was one of the worst refereeing performances I've seen in a long time. Like I was really, really, really shocked.
still
It's always
quite
the
an
Roosters
origin.
that benefit. And whenever the Roosters benefit, the media just slides it under the carpet.
If it was a closer game, I think it would have been under scrutiny. But like the Dragons literally just gave up.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that the ref gave the Roosters the game. I'm just saying that overall it was a really, really, really bad performance. Like, you know, a couple of knock-ons went
Like what
unreported.
happened? Yeah, what happened? Also, the Dragons in the first 10 minutes were doing good, and they got overhyped. They you know, when they scored that try, they overhyped. You know, and that was the wrong thing. They got overhyped from that first try. They thought, yeah, we're in
And
today.
then they came back crashing.
And then obviously Finay, 2 errors, 2 minutes, 2 tries, 12 points down.
Honestly,
Like that's what annoys me about certain players. They can really shoot you in the foot. Why do you keep using them? Punish them back to reserves. It's the same players that get a run. You guys got the same problem with Montoya.
Roosters were great. Their forwards got a roll on. Sam Walker is a freak.
Yep, another fantastic game. That sort of touch footy sort of game.
Yeah.
suits
I feel
players
like he only
him.
thrives in those situations where it is touch footy.
Touch footy. But
No, I
if
think
you can
that-
slow him down or hold it, even if you concede a few penalties, a few 6 against, but just hold him down, slow it down, and they try to open you up the middle. I find
Because
you
he's
can-
very unorthodox, right? Like the unorthodox.
It's very weird, yeah.
I feel if you play a compressed sort of footy against them, and then shift if they try to, like, if the team, correlates and shifts when they try to go wide, you can really shut them down.
Yeah.
Because they break the Dragons up the middle. It was never.
Yeah,
it wasn't really out wide.
And bro, Tedesco was on fire. Like what a freak.
Typical Teddy, man.
Bro.
Is he the front runner this year?
Nah,
He always puts up his hand.
for the
Yeah.
fullback in New South Wales position.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm leaning towards Dylan Edwards,
No
but
one else in the
It
front.
depends on the game plan. Like I don't know if Laurie Daly comes up with game plans, but depending on the
Laurie
game
Davies-
plan,
I think to be honest, I saw him. We'll talk about this, but I saw him in the Melbourne coaching box, and I think that has something to do with why they're so bad.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I don't really know what I have to take away from this game. You know what? Even though the Roosters won so convincingly, I don't know. I'm still not as high on the Roosters as other people are.
Mark Nawanga Tawasi always finishes well. Tupou, yeah, very good.
smashing the Dragons is probably not the game that you look at to see where a team's at.
Rightfully so, Sam Walker was man of the match.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
taking away, yeah.
100%.
3
taking
times
anything
now
away.
for this matchup. 3
Yeah.
times.
But yeah, look, I don't know what more to say. Like this was just, it was a bad game. You know, the Roosters were almost full strength, and the Dragons clearly not. So, yeah, unfortunate. But I'm hoping that after the bye, your Dragons can get one for
We'll
you,
see
bro.
what happens. Yeah.
All right. Next game was the one we just. Oh no, it was the Warriors and the Dolphins over there at Henry Stadium in Wollongong. The Warriors won 20 points to 18.
A very entertaining game.
I gotta say, great performance by the Dolphins. It was unfortunate that they lost, and it was that stupid sin bin that we alluded to earlier in the segment. I thought this game, the forwards for the Dolphins really aimed up. They really aimed up. Credit to them. Their second rows are still going great, but Tom Gilbert, I thought, had a good game. Ran for over 100 meters. Flegler ran for over 100 meters. They had a debutant, Louis Simons, who I thought was good. Trey Fuller played at centre, which I thought added a little bit there.
I thought he had the off game, very off game.
He's not
He cost them a lot of errors.
He's not a centre, so it's kind of weird to have him there. But credit to the Warriors, man. Credit to the Warriors. They are the real deal, man.
No, they got some calls in this game, in my opinion.
Which calls did they get?
Oh, that sin binning was like
Yeah,
just a blessing
100%.
for
I
them.
already alluded to that.
Like the damage was already done. Like they had scored their 4th try to get back in front because I thought the Dolphins overall played really well to stay in the game, stay in touch with the game. I thought Herbie Farnworth had a fantastic game. Like a lot of opportunities came on the back of his hard work.
Yep.
They had Avarulo come down with a very nasty injury where his finger fractured that bad that it popped out of the skin. He had to get carried in an ambulance. So, and it looked to me, I wasn't. I watched this game on mute because I was doing like a million other things. But Herbie Farnworth coming into the 5'8" position. And I thought, like, they held their own. They weren't scoring points. They weren't converting opportunities, but they defended really well. And then the Warriors get back in front, with 20 minutes to go or whatever. And then Flegler goes down to the sin bin from a head clash. Right. And then from there, the Dolphins just never looked like scoring again. Like, they got close, but, like, the Warriors are a gritty team. They're a good team this year as well. They just couldn't cross the line.
Yeah, the Warriors are doing what's most important and getting the win.
100%.
No matter if it's ugly, if it's at home, if it's away.
100%.
Oh, mate, they're doing what you should be doing.
They're in a much better position than they are last year. I think they've got like the best forward pack in the comp as well.
And they've still got Metcalf to come back as well.
They've got a few.
That's a beautiful backup to have.
They've got a few selection decisions to make over the next couple of weeks.
What a nice headache to have. Yeah.
I think their backlines, though, has really shone for them recently.
They always play with that flair.
Honestly, like, I know Dallin Wateni Zelezniak sort of getting on a little bit. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck's also leaving next year. But, you know, Alofiana, Khan Pereira, we all know. I mean, I've made it very obvious how much I love him as a player. He was, again, instrumental. 2 line breaks. Obviously, no try assists, but... he did score 2 tries again. Like, his strike rate is just phenomenal.
He finds the line right. He's so quick.
Like, he's blistered. I just think, like, bro, why wouldn't the Dogs go for someone like him? You know. But yeah, he was great. I think Ali Leitao has been so good. Like, he's one that I called out at the beginning of the year that I think he'll have a big year. He's been great. Tanner Boyd, you know, what can you say? I think Tanner Boyd's just unreal. What a player.
He missed a couple of conversions. I was like, oh no, not Tanner Boyd, please don't.
Oh, not the Titans, Boyd.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I still think he was a very, very integral part of everything they did. Another one who I'll tell you, bro, is I love as a player, Aaron Clark.
Yeah.
Bro, what a little pocket rocket. Built low to the ground. Got the little hamster legs. Runs very hard. Ran 174 meters, man. 174 meters, like, wow. Jackson Ford as well ran 207
meters. Is he a smoking
meters.
for Origin now?
Honestly,
he's been killing it week in, week out.
He wouldn't look out of touch in an Origin.
And I have him ahead of Terrell May.
And he plays 80 minutes.
Smokey's for Origin.
He plays 80 minutes and he has impact.
Yeah. Like, tackle bust, and he's quick, both laterally and, like, the right way, like, running towards the try line.
Doesn't really have an offload, which I think is an issue. Or a little bit of an issue, whereas I feel like Terrell May's been getting the pass built into his game.
Terrell May's like a different unit, right?
He's
different build. Like, it depends on the game plan again. If Laurie Daly comes up with one, it'll depend who he chooses. But I think he's shot right up. Like, he's carrying that. No, he's not carrying the pack. That's harsh to say. The whole pack is playing well, but he's the whole pack is playing well. Yeah.
I'll tell you though, Mitch Barnett played 22 minutes, had 14 runs, and made 116 minutes.
And just reminding everyone who he is.
He's got to be the first prop selected for Origin.
Who else would be the second?
Him, I think you can't go past Adam Fanor-Blake. I think he'll step up for Origin.
He showed like some... was I watching that game with you? Because I was saying something about AFB.
Yeah,
I was like, he's doing some things that I really like. Apart from like standing in front of the play the ball and letting the try in. But
that was so weird. I would have Jacob Saifidi there. I think Jacob Saifidi has been great. Who would you have? Who else would you have?
I don't know. That's probably going to be a good discussion that we'll release very soon, guys.
That's coming out very, very soon. We're going to have our picks and all that. We've got so much for Origin, bro. It's actually mind-blowing how much content we have to record for Origin. So very much.
I think we're spoiled for forwards, but I think we are spoiled. Like, Payne Huss, like, going down is obviously massive, like the best front rower in the game, but we're spoiled. But, like, even if someone told me, hey, Jackson Ford and Mitchell Barnett are starting props,
I think that's a good starting front row. For the Dolphins, Honestly, this was a great game. It's not easy over there. I think they've won all 3 games at Wellington, the Warriors. So for them to get so close, especially with that bullshit sin bin, I think they're starting to warm into it.
Especially on the back of traveling from Darwin, playing 30 degrees, 95% humidity.
Yeah.
That was atrocious.
And then on a 6-day turnaround or 5-day turnaround, being in Wellington.
They went from
I mean, that's 2
humid-
games now they've lost by 2 points or less in a row.
They went
This
from
could break 'em.
Humid to windy and cold.
Or it could show them that, hey, actually, we can do this. And all we need to do is just keep going.
Or it could show them that you could try as hard as you want, but you're still going to lose. I don't think that's going to be the case, guys. Any Dolphins fans? Overall, pretty good performance from him. Herbie Farnworth is like cemented in my eyes as best center in the game.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
think so. That kick and chase, great. Another person I thought had a much better game this week for them was Isaiah Katoa. I think he really stepped up this week.
For the whole 80
something
minutes,
about
not just the like last game was the second half. He was really good.
No,
In the
this is
first-
the whole game. I
this is
thought
the
he
whole
was
game. I thought
involved.
He was good.
Max Plath has turned it around. I think
Yeah.
Max Plath is starting to really come into his own. He was out for a while.
Any word on when JMK comes back?
Round, I can check that up.
Poor guy, always injured.
I think it was round 9 or 10. I can check that up. Just give me a second.
No, he's not. He's not eligible
Party
for Origin.
pooper.
Yeah.
I was just saying if Herbie was illegible. He's ineligible. Oh, these party poopers.
Let us go to the Dolphins. So I'm just on the NRL casualty ward. Jaron Mushkin, round 9.
Round 9.
Yeah, he's expected round 9. Cody Nikorima is round 10. Jake Averillo actually suffered a horrendous injury.
We just spoke about that. It's just like
That was so bad.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, you guys mentioned that's
Yeah.
right.
He's been here since he was 14.
yeah. Misses a cutoff. I think that should be black and white, but
So that's pretty devastating. But they've got good backs. I think they've got. See, it's interesting because in the official,
I thought they lost a lot
Prior
with
to their 13th.
I thought they lost quite a bit by not having Cody Nikorima there. Like he's not the flashiest 6 in the game, but he complements Isaiah Katoa really well. I don't think
He was.
like bring up a junior because I don't think. No, unfortunately, he's injured now, but I didn't think Jake was the answer either. And Trey Fuller in center, like as much as I love the guy, and he's taking like a $200,000 pay cut to extend with the Dolphins for 3 years.
Is that 200,000 a season?
So he got offered 450 AUD, the equivalent of in Super League, and
Yep.
he's turning it down for 250.
That's
Who's-
over here.
That's
Trey
ins-
Fuller.
that's
Yeah, but apparently his wife's pregnant and she doesn't.
It makes sense. It makes
Yeah, it
sense.
makes
But
sense.
like he obviously loves the club. Obviously loves the club, right?
But I don't think he's going to get much first grade time anyway. That's the problem. Like I think
mean,
he
if you told me I'm not going to get much first grade time and I'm still going to make 250K, not a bad deal.
it's true.
I just don't think he's a center. That's all.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah.
But Jack Bostock should come back. He's already back in the Queensland Cup.
Okay.
Came back this month.
Oh, nice.
So he should be back next week or the week after. I think they might bring him back. I actually think he was super impressive last year.
Yeah.
Jack Bostock was
yeah.
super impressive last year.
Was it his debut year?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Because rookie of the year.
He was-
Oh,
Last
was it the year before? No, it was the year before.
He
Yeah,
debuted
year
under
before.
Wayne Bennett.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, it was the year
Hey,
before.
but last year was his breakout year. He was
Yeah.
super impressive. So yeah, hopefully next week they get Jeremy Marshall King and Bostock back. So that should be good for them. But yeah, look, signs are looking up for the Dolphins. They were poor for a few games, and
They
then
need to convert these into points, though.
look, they do, and quickly, because
Yeah.
they can find themselves out of the fight for the 8. Any last thoughts on that? Or can we move on?
No.
All right. Next game, the Rabbitohs towel up the Storm down there at Amy Park, 48-6. And what a performance by the Rabbitohs.
That was insane how poor the Storm were. Missing tackles left, right, and centre. They were going through them like they were non-existent there.
All right, can I ask you guys a question? So, honest question. Is it a personnel thing with the Storm? Like, do they just not have the personnel?
No, it's
Anymore?
just an attitude at the moment. There's a few bad eggs in there.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, bloody oath. All it takes is a few cancerous cells to come in to basically
I don't think it's
affect
a
the
few,
rest of
even
them.
just one. Like
That's
you just
all
need
it
to-
takes. You know, it's an attitude thing. You smooth out if he gets like who's he missing through injury besides Qatar? Oh, he's got his what's it called back yet?
Tui.
What was that?
Tui.
Lasardi, what's the one that got injured? Is it Lasardi?
Oh, Lasardi, no, he's not back yet. I think he should be back next week, though.
Lasardi comes back. There's one problem fixed.
Well, Xavier Coates apparently is round 10. Jerome Hughes out now for round 10.
Jeez.
Marion Seve,
Yep.
tricep injury, not sure. But Eliezer Katoa is indefinite. So,
Now, Katoa I thought wouldn't play this year at all.
yeah,
No, he
but
won't. He's indefinite.
it might not even play ever again. They're going to
wow.
have a meeting now to determine if he'll actually come back to rugby league at all.
That is horrendous. What
Yeah.
the Tongan rugby league. The Melbourne Storm should sue him.
Bro, I think Eliezer Katoa should sue them for a lot of money because he's going to potentially miss out on hundreds of thousands of dollars
That was
a year.
ridiculous. You see what happened in? I mean,
Anyway,
that was horrendous.
so
Bonehead.
Lasatu's not injured. From what we can see here,
That means he's come off.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
He's
injured.
back. All right. Okay.
They
They just gotta, it's just a few bad eggs that can afflict the whole team. But I mean, a credit to Souths, man. They just kept getting a roll on. Everyone got in on the act. Tallis Duncan, Ewan Aiken, Matt Duffy. Man, they were
I
getting all in on
really
the
wanted
act.
it to be like a refereeing thing, but the Rabbitohs were just
yeah.
so great.
They were great, and Melbourne were just poor, and they were
They
just
put their
combined.
foot on the throat and they just kept going.
You know, and then even then they didn't stop at the end. Like Tallis Duncan went in at the end. You know, like just kept.
It was great. Oh, Tallis Duncan.
They just
what
kept bringing
yeah.
in the misery. They almost had the biggest loss of the round.
And you know, it really. The thing is, right? Stefano Utoikamanu ran for 150
I
meters.
thought this is his,
Lone wolf. He's not getting support.
yeah, he's not. He's
that
not.
was his best game
Where's
all year.
Josh King? He's been underwhelming.
Joe Chan ran for 116 meters.
He's
which I thought-
trying, but he needs more from the other forwards.
Like Davey Moali ran 40 meters.
Is that all? I know
That's
he's off
it.
the bench. Lorero not cited.
Sean Blaw's okay, actually. I thought Sean
was off
Blaw,
the bench,
yeah, he was off the
yeah.
bench, was okay, but not enough. Liero,
Josh King,
as you said,
Josh King was extremely poor.
scored that try, but still not that great. Liero, Cooper Clark, you know, it's just too much to ask from such young players.
He's got to get through more work though.
But you know what, bro? It's their back line. It's their
Their
back
forwards
line.
have been poor as well. Besides Atakamanu, I feel. Even the hooker, what's his name?
Grant.
He hasn't been that great in the last month at all.
Do you know what I keep thinking about when I see the Storm? You take Kamanu wanted to leave the Tigers to go to a better team. He goes to the grand final. He's in one of the worst teams in the competition in the Storm, and the Tigers are flying high. Like
Yeah, but things could change in a month
it's
or
just
two.
subhanallah, like how things change, and you know,
He's in. Oh, he's another pick for Origin for me at the moment.
you take Kamanu.
After that performance, if you can back it up with a couple more performances like this in a well-beaten side, being like cracking 150 meters in a team that was getting dominated on every stat line, I think he's done well. He could hold his head high, or whatever the saying is.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But the rest of the team, like a lot of tough questions they need to
poor.
ask
Oh,
themselves.
Nick Meaney can.
Nick Meaney was-
He can come out with some clangers, man.
Can I tell you who was exceptionally poor yesterday? Cameron Munster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tallis Duncan absolutely got
Yeah,
his hand.
I actually
They won the
think
personal battle.
that was the worst performance by Munster
He got put on.
I have ever seen.
He got put on.
He was absolutely
Oh,
atrocious.
Tallis Duncan shut on him
Yeah,
all
bro.
day.
It was like
All day.
Wayne Bennett told him, your target is Cameron Munster. Go out there and
But
just...
even then, how many times did Cam Munster try to square up to him?
He couldn't do it.
There was one of them that had him in a tackle, and Cam Munster came to he came to pump him, and he pumped Cam Munster, sent him flying as well. And I think he half apologized for pumping him. But even then, like to score the try, he absolutely trashed him. He made him look like he was not elite. I'm telling you, his name is on my lips. Tallis Duncan for State of Origin.
What do you guys... So, Matt Duffy, 327 meters after running 330 meters last week against the Dragons. Absolutely insane. But
I'm starting to feel sorry for what's his name, Jai Gray. He's going to have to be on the bench.
we have to talk about Latrell Mitchell.
Trail me, Premier.
Back to Roosters form.
Premier centre. 'Cause he went to the fullback at South. He should never have gone.
But he's like found this form. He's found like this form like he had at the Roosters.
Yep.
Like he's dominating.
He was a key reason why they went back to back, basically.
You can feel his presence on the field now.
Oh, 100%.
And it's not just like his presence; it's like he's intimidating. So like from like you can pick up the ball, or someone receives the ball, right?
Yep.
You know you're running towards Troll Mint.
Yep.
You're already buckling. You're already dropping the ball. You're already planning your next move. You don't want to cop a shoulder from him. Or when he's got the ball and running towards your sideline, you don't know what to do because you got Johnston on the outside. You know he's going to flick it to him, but you can't let go of Troll Mint. Like, you have to commit to the tackle. So he brings in the center and he always draws in the winger. So what do you do?
Yeah, man.
He's like got this.
He's a forward. He's a forward playing. He's an elite forward playing in the back line.
100%. And he's got this aura about him.
You're really going to stop him. You're going to struggle to stop him 2-on-1. You're really going to stop him one. You're almost never going to stop him 1-on-1. And even then, the extra bodies come in. He frees up his hands and see you later.
This is the most form he's been in
for a good 6 years.
Yeah, at South Sydney definitely. And this is the most form he's been in leading into Origin as well. So I hope he stays healthy because we absolutely need him.
Remember how excited we used to get him on one side in Origin and Trebojevic on the other and then Teddy at the back?
But he needs to take this form into Origin.
And remember Adokar would be on one wing. Who'd be on the other wing? Fergo or something? Fergo was...
Toto.
No.
Are you talking 2021?
2019?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2021. It was Toto.
Yeah, okay. And then Brian and all that, far out. What a team, man. Yeah. What a back five we had at one stage.
Imagine losing that in 2020.
That is one of the... What a back five. Adokar, Toto, Trebojevic, Mitchell, Teddy. Oh, my God.
And Alex Johnston, he's just... Bro, he's still going, like... I don't know how many tries do you guys think he ends up with. Honestly, I think like
250, 260.
Yeah, if he keeps going like this, like he's gonna end up.
Tupo should be able to hit 200 this year.
Good on him, bro. Tupo's a legend.
I don't know if he plays on next year or he hangs it up.
Tupo, I think he'll play on. I think
he's the last player from 2013 Premiership.
Yeah, that's right.
If you remember, he took that skyscraper in the grand final. They kicked in his corner.
Yeah.
I remember the commentary. Tupo, that was good. Man. He was there from 2012. Tupo, 2011. He's been around for a long time.
I think Colin Matangi has to be a shoe-in for Origin. Like
that's another forward.
Bro, he has to be a shoe-in. Like he ran for 210 meters.
He got put on the bench. And then came back and put what we expected of him.
Yeah,
because
that was
a stellar performance.
And he was put on the bench because of his injury. Like, it's not because they don't trust him.
It was a bit underwhelming the last few weeks, but he worked wonders.
60 minutes and does over 200 meters.
Bro, he's got to be in the team. I think Cameron Murray has to be in the team. Like he's just
they got so much players to choose from, and he'll pick you the worst possible team.
And he'll lose because
he'll somehow find a spot maybe for Jake Trebojevic in there. Like, bro, the guy's in the top 3 props at his own club.
No, bro. Isaiah Yeo, halas, he's the captain. You don't need Jake Trebojevic there anymore.
Cam Murray get a look in?
Yeah, I just said he has to be chosen.
Cam Murray or Isaiah Yeo?
Both. I think you have to have both of them because Isaiah Yeo can play prop. He can come in at second row.
I wouldn't start both of them.
No, I wouldn't start. But
I'd have Isaiah Yeo starting and Cam Murray off the bench because you can't.
And
I want more impactful players than Cam Murray.
And then like Ole Kawatu's playing well. I think he can come off the bench.
You seen today, he couldn't stop him.
Yeah. He can't come off the bench.
Man, Keon and Ole Kawatu, I feel like got to be in the team.
He has to start, in my opinion. Between him and Preston for back row.
Where do you guys think the Storm turn it around?
They don't.
You think it's done for them?
No, I think they're done.
Who they got this week?
I'm just checking that right now.
Without Jerome Hughes as well.
Yeah. They've got the Dolphins on Friday night.
At Dolphins home ground?
Suncorp Stadium.
2-7. Wow. The Dragons will be...
Storm might win.
have the Storm had a bye yet?
No.
Oh, they haven't?
No. I reckon the Dolphins...
So the Dragons will be 2 points behind them.
I reckon the Dolphins are going to pump them.
Yeah.
I reckon the Dolphins are going to pump them.
2 points behind them. I'm laughing. And then imagine the Dragons win the following week and the Storm lose again.
Yeah, but then again, like
they'll be on the same points.
But don't forget, the Panthers last year were last
2-6,
and they were last round 12, and then they still made it somehow.
Do you have the same faith?
Oh my god!
Not in the Storm. I just don't think they have the personnel.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few heads that just aren't screwed right. They've gone. I know they've gone through a lot in the off season with some players they've lost.
I'm not writing off. I'm not going to write them off for the top 8. I can't piss on them.
I'm not going to, but
they end up pissing on us.
They've got the Dolphins next, and then they've got the Tigers after.
But don't the Storm always come back and piss on us in the end?
No, I don't think this is the same. I don't think
every year we say the same thing. They won't make the 8, and they come and piss on us.
What I will say though, it's one win. That's all they need to find. One win.
I agree.
And then they're pissing on us straight away.
Yeah,
so
I'm
not going to piss on them.
Yeah,
No way.
But that was a dominant win by the Rabbitohs. I know this sounds weird, but I'm still not convinced of the Rabbitohs fully.
Yeah, I think they've.
I had him. It's funny. I had him 7th.
If Latrell can keep the same,
They're sitting 2nd. So it's still a long way to go.
if Latrell can keep the same, what do they call it? Allahumma salli ala nabi. If Latrell can keep the same form, I think they'll go a long way to being a great team.
Oh, he won't be a fullback ever again unless they get a bad injury toll.
No, form.
I'm saying form.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
not
Yeah,
performance,
he'll be
just
at
form.
centre in his preferred
Position.
spot. Man, he's on. He's cheat mode, eh?
He really
He's a
is.
cheat
Yeah,
code
at
in
the moment,
sentence.
he is.
It was like that in State of Origin. Remember, man, we'd win the game, he'd play, and then he'd just be injured for the rest
Yeah.
of the series. Like, bro, really? Like one guy was all we needed. He would have probably won us all those games. Now he's cheat code.
All right, next game. Today's game, it was 2 p.m. at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Panthers rout the Knights 44-12. I think a lot of us saw this coming, though maybe not as comprehensive, but the Panthers are sort of back to their winning ways. They can only lose to the Bulldogs. 44-12, gentlemen. Dylan Edwards with a 20-minute hat-trick. A try in the 12th minute, try in the 15th minute, and then a try in the 20th minute.
Typical Imperial Penrith performance. Like, they make it look so Imperial, and you think, oh, they're going to hit 80 today. And then they can easily just switch it off and just cruise before switching it back on. They do that all the time.
Bro, their play the ball speed today was incredible.
How much was it?
2.9 seconds.
So they made the Roosters look like they were slow.
Honestly, they were incredible.
Why so quick? Was the ref playing touch footy with them
And
as well?
their average set distance was 45 meters. That
Wow.
13
They dominated them through the middle.
Yeah, that was 13 meters more than the Knights' average
Just
set
ran
distance.
ran so hard.
10 line breaks to 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're Imperial, man.
They had almost 1,000 more run meters.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my. I just saw it now. That is insane. How did they not post 80 points?
It was...
I think Newcastle's defence and some hard men saved them from scoring
In the
getting
first,
a shellacking.
until they conceded the first
Or even
try.
worse.
When was the first try conceded? Was it 10 minutes? 12-minute mark?
Yeah, 12.
That first 12 minutes, they were camped on the line. Nathan Cleary and co. Literally
just
pitched up
wore
10s
them
on that
down.
20.
Yeah.
And they just kept...
And they did what Panthers
And
do.
every time... this was the theme for the game.
So it's just warfare. Just
Nah,
being
for the
patient.
night, every time they touch the
warfare.
ball, they drop it.
Yeah. It was... There was no...
Fletcher Hunt had a barrier of the century.
Yeah.
Poor bloke.
He'll
good.
take a run, he gets carried out.
I think we lasered him.
He takes it around, he tries to pass, and he passes, knocks it on forward.
Yeah, like
I think we lasered him. Everyone talked him.
I
up
think
this
we did
last week.
laser
yeah,
him.
nothing.
Yeah,
went
we
this
weren't the
way.
only ones that
He
spoke
copped
about
the
him.
big fat eye.
Everyone off air, like in group chats, online, all glazed Fletcher Hunt. My boss called me on a Friday before I went home. He's a Newcastle fan. We glazed Fletcher Hunt over the phone. Went home.
But it was just one poor game. I'm not off the guy.
He's so much better than
Yeah.
that.
And to be honest, like honestly, it can't blame the 6 agains this time because there was only 6 or 8 altogether in the game, and they were 5-3. So it wasn't that egregious. But the Panthers, they do what they do best, and they just wore the Knights down. And at no point did I feel like the Knights were in the game. And I feel like this is a more accurate representation of where the Knights at as opposed to where they were at maybe 3 weeks ago, because sure they have injuries still. Ponga's re-signed till 2030, but
He comes back next week, I think.
yeah, I think he does. I think they get Dylan Luke. Let me check their injury.
Brad-
Yeah,
Best.
they all come back. I think against the Dragons.
No, a lot of them come back next week.
Oh, next week, not even against the Dragons.
No,
So-
so they warm up before they get to you.
Wait, so
Wow.
Brandon Best
Even
comes back
worse.
next week. Thomas Kent comes back the week after,
Wow.
as does Tyson Frizzell, as does Kalen Ponga, and then Dylan Lucas comes
They all
back
come
the
back.
week after
We're
that.
not breaking our duck. 0-9, here we come.
So, look, to be honest, I do think that Bradman Best, Dylan Lucas, Kalen Ponga are game
They're
breakers.
big outs, yeah.
Massive outs. So, again, I'm not shitting on the Knights at all. Panthers are just a dynamic outfit, but the Knights they've lost 3 on the trot now.
Yeah.
Who they got this week?
This week, they are facing, I will tell
Rabbits.
you. Rabbitohs?
Oh,
Yeah.
gee whiz. That's going to be a good game. They should get their season back on track against the Dragons.
For the Knights, it's like too
It's
many
going to be at
errors.
McDonald Jones on a Sunday, so
Oh,
I do
good.
think that they can make a better effort of it.
Not if you come out with 15 errors. Because
Yeah,
last
100%,
last week
100%.
they conceded 30 points in one half. And this game they conceded 44 points. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of points to be conceding.
Yeah,
It's
but
a lot of possession to be giving up as well. And it just it compounds to the end of the game as well. Like with the Panthers, probably the fittest team in the comp. They camp you on your line. They put the work into you. You defend 10, 15, 20 tackles. They don't break you then. They'll come back and break you 5 minutes later. And then from there, it's capitulation. What do you do? Like a 20-minute hat trick is crazy.
how good was Moses? Nathan Cleary, bro.
Yeah.
He's just like every time he gets the ball, even as an opposition support, just watching him, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, wow.
It's not. I'd love to know what it feels like having a half.
Don't do that, right? Don't do that. Look, I don't know what more I can say out of this other than that the Knights need to be a little bit more resilient. Just don't think they had that resilience in them today.
Hold the ball.
Yeah.
Tackle. Complete your sets. Simple as that. I thought Dylan Brown had a few good moments, but
No, he's not performing to the level that they need him to perform, especially with his kicking. I think he needs to be a lot better with his kicking, to be really honest. And the forwards were pretty heavily dominated this game. I know Saifidi came off with a head injury, but he only ran for 79 meters. Trey Mooney only ran for 65.
he even gave an offload to try assist to
Oh, yeah.
Tago at the end.
That was, but Pasami Solo only ran 45 meters. Hopwood 53. So they need a lot more from their props.
Oh, that should have been the Barry of the week.
Oh, that should have been a barrier of the week.
When
yeah.
he called the ball from Nathan Cleary, and Nathan Cleary handed it over to him.
Compared to the props of the Panthers, Leota ran for 166 meters, Papali'i 145, Isaiah 151. So, Billy Phillips ran for 112. So they need a lot more from their forwards, I think. Otherwise, they are going to...
Their backline needs to improve as well. Like when your halves have more run meters than your whole backline,
Yep.
that's a problem.
And look, to be honest, like... I thought altogether, as you say, I think they may be getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They need to scale it back, do the basics right. Because I think when they do that, they're a far more dangerous team because they do have the attack in them. With the likes of Fletcher Sharp, Hunt, Smith, Brown in there, I do think that they could be a much better attacking team. I'll tell you one person who I think... Or one position I think they need to strengthen for next year. I think they need to strengthen their 9. I know Phoenix Crossland has done the job, but I feel like his service hasn't quite been there this year.
I think that role's changing quite a bit. Like now Appy's like a freak. Harry Grant generally is usually really good. And Blake Braley, like it's just all about being super quick from that ruck.
Really, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like super quick. I know I'm oversimplifying it, but I used to be a hooker back in the day. And it
You
used to be
played
very
everything.
different. It used to be very different. But like speed is just
It's of the
so
essence,
like like when you check like footy cards or whatever cards,
Yeah.
and they've got like power graphs for different skills. Like speed needs to be like
Maxed out,
95 plus.
I agree. Again, I'm not writing the Knights up. I think the Knights are going to be a strong chance for the 8.
I am. They're not going to be in the 8.
I think they're a strong chance for the 8, especially when they get Turbo Best and Dylan Lucas back.
Like we said, for most other teams, it's still round 8, long season. They'll get there, but they need to clean up. 15 errors can't happen.
No, I agree with you, but I do believe the Knights are a different team this year, just like the Tigers are. Maybe not, obviously not on the same level, but I have faith that they'll turn it around. All right. Manly Seagulls up against the Parramatta Eels at 4 Pines Park at 4 p.m. on a Sunday. Seagulls beat the Eels 33-18. I don't think that scoreline is an accurate representation of the game. I think that the Manly Seagulls probably let 3, maybe 4 tries out there on the field.
Yeah, I'd say the same for the Eels.
Eels were their worst enemy in that first half. They had so much territory in field position.
But before any game analysis, can we please address how disgusting that jersey was? The Eels jersey.
Manly? I thought it was all right. I liked it. It was a bit
that
of a camouflage.
pale yellow, man.
Well, the Eels jersey.
it was
It
nice
looks
camouflage.
it looks
I
like
liked
they
it.
ran out of ink.
Bro, it looks like vomit.
Yeah, it was wall rationing. They had to ration off the ink. Come on, man. That's why the Roosters used to run the light blue jersey. It was wall rationing.
Nah,
That's
bro.
why the Dogs back in the war era couldn't go for the blue. They had to have a maroon jersey with a white V.
So was that the intended color? It wasn't a misprint.
Maybe.
Misprint.
No, I think it was. Oh, we got to research it, but I think it was in tribute to some maybe wartime, maybe battalion or something like that. They used to dress in that sort of color. If you think about it, it might have been. It fits nicely if you're in the desert, that sort of color.
But see that color, the only worst.
I'll check now.
The only jersey I've seen that looks worse than that was. Do you remember the Manly one? The Manly one had similar color. It was the Anzac jersey as well.
So it must be intentional.
Yeah, it has to be intentional.
I thought it was a misprint.
No. Come on, bro. They're not going to run out with a misprint.
What Dragons did.
Yeah, but that was just one word. It wasn't the whole jersey color.
Pays tribute for the first 15th Royal New South Wales Lancers. So they had to do something with
So it's intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So onto game
intentional.
performance.
Western Sydney's military legacy. So some.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something like that. One of the most decorated regiments. Okay.
I just thought that the Eels, or this is the Eels that we know, against a team that has any attitude. This is the Eels that we know. If the Bulldogs even showed up for one half last week,
let them have it. They won the game.
they won.
And we didn't rock up.
We were khara, but the Manly Seagulls were slightly less khara, and they showed us what the Eels really are, just a pathetic team.
It's Ruben.
It's a weird one because that first half, I was like, both teams weren't executing.
Yeah,
any
100%.
attacking opportunities, but they're also defending well. And like Jamal Fogarty's 40th minute field goal, whatever, 7-6. Like, you're not going into the shed saying we can't win this.
Yeah, I know.
And then they come out and it was just poor decision after poor decision, missed tackle after missed tackle.
Yes.
And I expected Mitchell Moses to take the game by the scruff of the neck in that second half. And I felt like he went missing a bit. And then just the errors and brain explosions. Like what I was telling De Silva, like picking up, who did he pick up and like literally dump on his head? He ended up going to the bin for it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I can't
who it
remember
was.
what player he picked up. It was just dumb.
Yeah.
Somebody was having a
It
scuffle
was,
with.
but like they had so many missed tackles. Like Jack Williams had 6 missed tackles. Charlie Guymer had 5 missed tackles. Like, look,
Their first half was very different.
yeah, it was.
Because I was like noting down, I was like, oh, these guys, I really hope Para don't win, right? I don't want them to win.
Had a
And
lot
it
of
was a
possession,
spite tip. Like, I didn't want them
Yeah.
to win. But they were playing well. And
they
then the
just kept-
second half,
They kept dropping the ball. They should have punished Manly. They didn't.
never punished them once.
Yeah, it came back to bite them.
And their forwards for Manly, I thought played really well. Like in terms of they don't have the best forward pack, but they put on a
Hamale's been on the
good show.
chair. You've got Paseka, I thought played well.
Yeah,
There was
Paseka-
another. Who's the other one? Is it Hetherington?
yeah, Hetherington. He didn't play very well.
He had a few good runs.
I thought
uh,
Bullymore
He
and
had a few strong runs,
Bullymore and Taukeaho were good off the
Yeah.
bench. Taukeaho ran for 130 meters. Ethan Bullymore ran for 120. Hamali Alakawatu, 226 meters. Ben Trebojevic, 144 meters. Paseka, 112. So their forwards were a lot better than, like, if you look at the Eels numbers, you know, I know it's only one aspect of the game, but it sort of, I think it speaks volumes about why the team was either so good or so poor. So Luca Moretti ran for 107 meters. Junior Baulo ran for 100. Jack Williams, 89. And then their bench was...
A lot of those meters came in the first half as well. Like that
Yeah.
second half,
They had
that
nothing,
forward
yeah.
pack was... The whole team just turned into witches' cones.
Yeah.
Traffic cones, whatever it was. Manly, I don't think played to their potential, like not what we've seen in the last couple of weeks. And it could have been because they got gassed from the first half, like
Yeah,
just
look,
constantly defending.
But on a Sunday afternoon, like, you know, beautiful weather, I honestly, I think that any decent team would have beat the Eels by 50.
Not the Bulldogs last week.
I said decent team.
Oh, sorry. But credit to Manly, man. Like, let them enjoy the last of their wins
4 on the
before it's
trot,
a
bro.
reality check next week. I think they got Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, they do actually.
It's good for them. They could build off it. They could take it into next week's game, but they can't be dropping the ball and turning over the ball the way they did this week. Otherwise, they will get dominated by better opposition.
Yeah, they're versing the Seagulls, the Panthers. There's no Thursday game next week.
No, there isn't. I think it's the kickoff of Women's Origin.
Start of Origin. Oh,
Yeah.
On Thursday night.
So following Thursday, we'll be facing the Dolphins. The Dogs will be facing the Dolphins up there at Suncorp
Suncorp.
Stadium.
yeah.
Look, I got to hand it to the Seagulls. It's a hell of a turnaround.
No, 100%. I still stand by what we said when after their first win when Foz came in. Is I just can't believe that 17 grown men now they're getting paid collectively $13 million or $11 million, whatever the salary cap is, could be so off with their coach. The following week, it's like a completely different performance.
Well, it's not just the following week. It's the following month.
They've kept it going,
It's the
right?
following month, right?
To be honest, the opposition's been poor.
Look, but
But
they
they could only play what's in front of them.
they would have lost to the opposition if Seabold was still there.
Yeah.
Like you could
Oh,
tell
yeah, I
they
agree.
were off him.
Yeah.
And you know, they did this without Turbo. Like, I'm not saying that Corla isn't a great replacement for Turbo, because he is, but this was still an impressive, like, no, actually, I can't say it was an impressive
I don't
performance.
think it was impressive. They got the job done. That's
It was,
all that
it was
matters
good.
at the end of it.
They did what they needed to do, and, you know,
It's going to be a
credit,
long season for the Eels, though.
credit to them. You know, but they still beat the Bulldogs
What a
comprehensively.
strange
So,
team.
yeah.
The Eels?
Strange season.
They proved to me that their defensive woes is just an attitude thing. It's not even capability.
See, that's the thing. I think a lot of this year has become, where is your attitude? Bring the right attitude, even with a lesser team, a more inferior team, and you win.
Yeah.
Unless
It's just attitude based.
Yeah.
Like they've leaked now, I think 280 points or something.
it's just
Which is like
unbelievable.
20 or 30 points above the rest.
It's honestly, it's unbelievable. Standouts from this game. I like the Jason Saab try. I thought that was a good winger to winger try.
Fogarty as well.
Yeah.
Saab needed that try.
Yeah.
He's been reserve grade.
I thought he
He's
was
lucky to have
trialing
his
out for
spot there.
Manchester United.
He's lucky to have his spot there. Oh, that was a great header. He's lucky to have his spot there. He needed that try.
Yeah, but
No one
I was
really
happy
stood
for
out.
him. I
Homole
like
as
Jason.
well, though.
yeah, Homoli needs to be
He's
there for
been
the Blues.
last couple of weeks. He's been the alpha in that pack.
Yeah, and they've needed an alpha. I think the Bulldogs haven't had an alpha the last couple of weeks. Like Kikau's been a cat until he got injured.
Yeah, and Preston's not big enough in my opinion.
Yeah,
to
he's
be
not
that.
imposing
He's
enough.
not, he's not an imposing.
Yeah.
Kiko's an imposing player, and he's
Yeah.
catted it. Leo Thompson he'll see how he goes in the coming.
Honestly, I thought Leo Thompson started the game very well, and when he
good.
came back on as a forward, I thought he was very good, and I think he'll get into his role a lot better because he took there was a couple of runs where I thought a couple of hit ups that he took
We're really good.
where he was like, no, I'm the alpha here. Like you
Yeah.
could tell, and if he had Max, I think having Max King alongside him, I think that'll do so much for our
Someone
team.
that's not going to give away possession or give away dumb penalties.
Yeah, and
but
Max King is really disciplined. As a prop, I think he'll do a great job with Thompson there. But yeah, overall, again, this is another one of those games where I thought, I don't know what to take away from it.
I think the Eels are missing like 400 first graders.
Yeah, look, 100%.
But they've proven over the last couple of weeks their defensive issues. I haven't listened to this press conference. Usually I do, but I didn't listen to this one. But I'm 99% sure Jason Riles will agree that it's an attitude thing. Not that he looks to me for guidance.
I don't know, he doesn't?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't been calling me recently to check in on what his team selection should be or anything like that. But it's an attitude thing because they defended well last week,
Yeah.
and this week, whatever. We'll just let him
Yeah.
tries. First half, it was a game of two halves for him as well.
Yeah, it would-
First half, they kept him to 6. Second half, they're like, you know what?
Do you think it was
Win.
a fitness thing?
Nah, maybe with the younger players, like it eventually got to him, all that defense in the back half. But that's where you expect your halfback to take control of your game, right?
True. Because if you look at because I just want to look at their missed tackles, right? That the Eels only had, but they had 32 missed tackles. Like it wasn't an enormous.
A lot of them
egregious
came
amount.
in that back half as well.
Yeah.
Like some of them were.
And then they only had 30 ineffective. So, like, it wasn't overall that bad, but they did have 14 errors.
They might as well in that second half put a Manly jersey on.
Who?
Like the Eels players might have, like, there's no difference if they wore a Manly jersey or an Eels jersey because they just gave up.
Yeah. And Dylan Walker sustained an injury.
He got whacked.
Yeah.
He got whacked.
I'll be honest with
I
you,
think it's
like
a rib injury.
some of those players need to be dropped. Like when they get some of their players back, like Brian Kelly, Talon De Silva, some of these other players I think need to be dropped.
I think Riley. Well, Talon De Silva's getting suspended anyway, so he won't be there for a couple of
yeah,
weeks.
it's true, but still, like, let me look at. I want to look at the.
No, I'll give credit to, like, if he's coming off the bench, I think I could cop that because he's another young talent that Jason Riles sees something in.
Who?
Talon De Silva. The guy's 20, 21 years old.
He'll get better, but he needs time in New South Wales Cup, I think.
Maybe a couple of weeks, but, like, I don't mind. Like, I've got mad respect for Jason Riles in that he'll blood young guys and he'll drop people that are out of form in position. Like, he dropped Jack DeBellum because he didn't think he's, like, before these injuries. He wasn't playing up to standard, so he dropped him. And he brought someone else in. So, like, I respect that from Jason Riles. I wish most coaches do that sort of thing.
So, Jordan Samrani comes back in round 10. Jonah Pezzett comes back around 11. Isaiah Oyongi is back round 13. Sam Tuivasa-Itu, who I think has been their best prop, is TBC because there's a concussion. Dylan Walker just happened. It's an arm injury, apparently.
Oh, yeah, he had his arm in a sling.
TBC.
Probably AC.
Riley Smith is a sternum, but the NRL is saying he returns in the trials, so that means could be an extended out, but I'm not sure.
Riley Smith?
Yeah. He did his sternum against us.
Last week.
Yeah.
I thought sternum is painful, but I thought it was a needle injury. Like,
Depends.
You cop a needle, keep moving. Unless he broke it. Hope not.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the situation is with Riley Smith. But yeah, look, they've got some players back, I think. But they're just not... Yeah, I just don't think they're performing...
It's the attitude to defense that has me concerned.
Yeah, like, 100%.
That's all it is. And Moses on current form, not that I'm selecting Origin, but he wouldn't be in my team.
Yeah, I thought, look, Kelma Tuolangi was
first game back, I think.
Did Riley Smith play this game?
I thought I saw him on the field, man.
What the heck?
He was without a headgear.
Yeah.
No, he was playing.
Yeah, without a headgear.
Because I saw a guy that looked like Reed
so he
Money.
came back, so we didn't have to think about it. Yeah, I don't know why I thought he was. When is he back? That was my bad. Sorry. Yeah, that was definitely my bad. But yeah, anyway, who cares about the Eels? They got, they lost to Manly, and I think they've got next week. They have the Warriors at CommBank Stadium. That'll be a good game.
Another home game, Dibbo.
I know, it just feels like they get a home game every week.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on this quite poor round of footy?
No, a lot of surprises. I wonder what next round's got for us. Oh my god.
I'm just keen for Origin at this point.
Yeah. Speaking of Origin, we have a plethora of content coming out over the next month for Origin. We're going to be doing a live watch along. We're going to do so much when it comes to Origin. I think we're going to be doing a live watch along. We'll decide that in due course. But we've got heaps of content coming up. Please be sure to have a look at all of that. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell icon. But with that, if you have made it this far, thank you very much. We are done for this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Take care and see you soon.
Adios.